We left off last time in Reims, big city with a huge university, Ersatz University, where various people are collecting some information. We're going to go around, we'll do our hero point
Out of
questions.
curiosity, how do you spell Reims?
Reims, R-Y-M-E-S.
Alright, fair enough.
Rhymes, Reims, same difference.
No, I like it. I was just curious. There's a city in France called Reims.
There is.
Around where they used to crown the king and queen of France. But
And in fact, also famously had a university in the
That's where you got the inspiration
14th
from.
century. Yes. I stole it completely from Shakespeare play I was doing when I first wrote this.
Sounds about right.
Actually, was doing it for a joke for someone who was in my drama course at the time, and then they never came to the other sessions. They never saw the joke. It was a terrible show. But we're going to do hero point questions. I forgot the cards, unfortunately. While I've been moving, they've been put in a box,
What do you mean?
and I can't find them. But we can track them in the in Path Builder. Has everyone got that open and working again?
Yep.
Awesome. So, our hero point question this week is: who does your character trust the most? Anyone want to start? Thanks, Chris.
Sean the cat.
Very solid answer.
So I don't trust anyone else. So
Yeah.
my familiar. And given I'm a bit of a hermit and a loner, and just like,
I think that makes a lot of sense.
it
Can I
makes
thought-
sense.
Have some hero points. Anyone else?
Merida would probably say her father because he always tried to listen to her, whereas her mother tried to, dictate what she had to do and she had married.
Yeah, I like that. And what's he up to these days, do you think?
Probably trying to wrangle the three brothers in
Mm.
the castle.
They're bears, aren't they?
Yeah.
Whereabouts does your character come from?
Frigidford.
Sorry?
Something, something up.
Frigidford. Hang on, I wrote
Frigidton. That's Frigidton without the sex.
Yeah.
Fridgeford.
It's very cold. So
That's my joke for the day.
Frigidton.
Yeah, so it's the most northern, icy, cold place.
Sorry.
We've got
I
where are we
remember
here?
writing something vaguely adjacent to that.
That's back as well in May.
I think I've got the same pen as well. Yeah.
Are you a Bridgerton fan?
Oh, no, I know
I'm
you
so
are.
sad
It's just very
that
similar,
they're
not
releasing
quite.
the next season in 2 parts.
Yeah, but it's like a
better be
Nemo.
worth it. Yeah, but still. Better be worth it.
Jesse or
You go first.
Alright. Mine is my younger friend that I've had since childhood, who's kind of like grown up with me. And his name's Blotson.
Blotson.
Blotson?
Because he's kind of like the Watson.
Blotson.
I love it.
Oh my god.
incredible.
Blotson. Big B and Blotson.
Yeah, I never realised that.
Fantastic. Really fun. What's Blotson up to these days?
He's still back at the big city that I was from, trying to start his own business,
Love
his
it.
own investigating business.
Oh, there's
He will
gonna be
definitely
a
show.
Gothic ball at Brisbane this year. I'm so excited. It's a masquerade ball.
So I can't seem to load a character.
Oh yeah.
So should I like do a
Wait,
new
so
one?
you said they're not doing it? Or
No, they
Not
are.
going to.
You want to hit load character?
I'm gonna be her split
Are
cloud.
you, are you logged in?
I've always wanted to.
Yes. It gave me the option to, and I did log in.
Just
I've got
hit
one of
cancel
when I
on
was
it
in
for
the
now.
house, I got one of those.
Me too.
Oh,
I've
did
got
you?
one and I really want to use it, but I can't.
Mine just
Now
currently,
you can.
mine just currently sits in a shelf in a house waiting for one
And
of my
then
kids
jump
to
to
break
menu.
it or something.
Yeah.
That's having your account.
Yep.
But then I
That's
thought
so weird. I guess you'll probably have to remake a character. You can use
That's what
Foundry
I've
for
read.
this
Yeah.
session.
Mine hasn't got any adorn. Like it's got adornments, but nothing.
I don't have
Yeah.
too much.
Yeah.
That's what I'm making it. So
Yeah.
I might just try it. I might have logged in
It would
a
be
different
cool.
way.
Yeah, well, if this account's got premium stuff, then it's the right
In,
one.
where
Tell that
where
one.
my brother-in-law lives in the Netherlands, they have
If you go
carnival,
character
Oh,
options,
that's so fun.
and so they do a
That's
thing
partly what I'm writing my thesis on.
and then write down
Yeah.
what? Wrong account.
in province of Brabant in the Netherlands. That it's carnival's a big thing,
Yeah.
and yeah, they all get up dressed up
Oh,
in
no,
the
it
colours
would
of the town and stuff like that. So yeah, it is cool.
And then Mordred.
Mordred is his old friend Galahad.
What's Galahad up to these days?
Off doing knightly things as a knight, presumably, of the round table. I don't know. It's up to you.
Was he one of the sons of Voldemort?
I think so. No, I know so. I know so.
Yes, the extremely firm canon.
I think it's Gawain, Galahad,
There was Gareth as well.
Gareth.
I do know that one. That's my son.
That's a great name. I had a good friend called Gareth in high school. It just does not fit with Galahad and
Hey.
My son's middle name's Saxon, so
fantastic.
yeah.
And then I think the fourth is sometimes Mordred.
I get it. Yeah, it was done with G, I think. Yeah.
3 G's and then the evil offspring.
We'll do Emma's when she gets back. The other thing we did last session was each of you went to the university
That's right.
and were asking various academics and that sort of thing, chasing up on bits of information. So, Bigby, you didn't so much chase up information, but you were looking for a new case. And Dean Maricosa, who you would have met, who you met, a very old, wise-looking dragon woman, head of the university, told you about a missing student by the name of Marabella, who was practicing teleportation magic and successfully teleported, but she has not been documented and has been missing since. Mordred we didn't get to last session, so we'll start
Start with Mordred.
We'll start with Mordred. Sibylla, you were looking into trying to get your power back, and
Yep.
you found that there was very little recorded in the library, and that you recalled back to your original teachings that the way of witches and the cunning people is it's like an auditory tradition. It's told, it's taught physically. It's not really written. And you kind of realize that the way to get your power back, one of the best ways you can find your own teacher, Miniblade, who is very, very powerful, which got into some political trouble with the Crooked Colours and then disappeared quite some time.
You've got the letter for when you find Nimue to some of
Yes,
the other
you were contacted. You met a couple of other witches in the woods a number of sessions ago. Remember, there was that sea
Pretending to be a doctor.
crow who were also all looking for Nimue. And so if you find her, open this letter, you get a sealed letter, open it up, and the witch with the crow, whose name you didn't know.
But I have
You don't have any leads so far.
no leads on where she is.
No, it was a whole big thing. There was a whole big succession crisis of who should be in charge of the covens. She was briefly in charge, but then got into some trouble and has not been seen since. Emma, what was Drizella's hero point question for the week?
Drizella's hero point answer is Mordred, but she would never ever say that to Mordred, because Mordred is both the only person that's ever really treated Drizella with sort of open kindness and has not as yet appeared to be in any way double-crossing, so don't agree on lots of things, but has always been totally upfront and fair, as opposed to, manipulative and nasty, but would absolutely not tell them that under any circumstances or pain of death or anything else.
Does Drizella and Mordred have a background that predates our first meeting?
We travelled in the same caravan, and but not in a massive deal. But Drizella basically, everybody in her sort of pre-Cinderella days disappeared when she turned into a horrible, flesh-warped, creepy beast. Her sister did a runner as a also creepy beast. Cinderella, clearly shyster, and even her own mother opted to do a deal with the Fae and save herself rather than, either save her daughters or, do something, or join them in their fate, so to speak. So Fae, all bad. Everybody generally two-faced and manipulative, and the only person who's really never ever done that from Drizella's perspective at all at any point is Mordred, which may turn around, bite her in the arse at some point.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, so that would be Drizella's most trusted, but wouldn't in any way ever divulge that. No.
Well, Merida, you spoke to a Leshy, a living plant by the name of Bright Twig, who told you about the 5 beasts of the old world. The great kraken of the depths, the crocodile of the beaches, the boar and the eagle, who are currently believed to be dead, and of course the bear of the forests. The bear.
That's right. I was trying to find more. I was like, what was I trying to find?
Yeah, trying to find a cure for your mother, trying to locate the bear for revenge, that sort of thing. And that such things can definitely be killed. 2 of the beasts are believed to be dead at the moment. The great eagle known as the Rock, and the great boar of the desert.
Not for the rock this way.
But such things are not easy to do. To find them is the biggest thing. Would be the first thing you have to do is work out how on earth do you locate this thing. Drizella, you spoke to Colleen Falor, the Fae expert, who told you that perhaps with Fae, like what you believe Cinderella made, are usually bound through a token, some sort of physical material thing, exchange given to the Fae.
Yes.
Like a glass slipper, for instance. Queen Falor had their own history with Fae, and was a set of gold teeth that had to do with them being much older than they actually are.
Yes.
The other things that happened yesterday were some more, well, not yesterday, sorry, a while ago. What happened last session was some more business with Memphis Cat Holiday, your wealthy gnomish friend, offered you a job travelling quite a ways away to find some magical items, looking for a scrying ball, a ring of objectification, and a very powerful staff of enchantment. Finding those is, kind of a longer term thing, but definitely something you can get to once you've wrapped up your business in Reeds. Just after you arrived, you also saw a zombie, an animate dead, walking the streets with this strange lime glow, muttering in necral, the language of the dead that Drizella would have told you. They were talking something about the rise will come, the rise is coming forth. And you spoke with some of the Bone Keepers Guild, who said you seemed very competent and they were very gracious, asking you for help if you were offering it. To come see Enoch Holcomb, the head of their order, in the graveyard. And that's a dungeon crawl. They want you to go into the old crypts and see what's going on. Basically, they've sealed it so most of the dead don't get out. But they need someone to go take a proper look.
Wasn't that the path we were going to go down?
That was. I think that was the next thing you were going to do.
I think we stopped it to go, alright, we're going to do this. Let's start.
Who's that?
That is Savard, your travelling friend, who also rocked up in Lomarsh. Knows a bit of magic, very intelligent, scholarly type. You know that they have a ritual they want to do tonight, as the parallax starts tonight, ends tomorrow night. They want your help to sneak into the university's astronomy tower to access their observatory. So that's something else that you could do as well.
Which is more pressing.
Not necessarily. It's only kind of early mid morning, 11:30 something. So you've got the whole day to do the bone keeper
Also,
stuff.
what's he offering?
Knowledge.
What's he offering?
What's he offering? He's offering the thrill of adventure. No, he doesn't have gold to pay, unlike Memphis, but he can give you each a fortune reading, which in Pathfinder you would not particularly like. This will be a mechanical benefit for you. You'll get a +2 rolls for a duration.
What was the Bone Keepers Guild offering to go down to the...
Good old-fashioned money.
Oh, what?
Cashola.
Money, blessings of the Reaper is the other thing they offered, which is the to offer to Donna, the old religion god that they worship. They follow the Reaper.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, again, a magical blessing and some good old-fashioned cash.
Okay. Yeah. What do we think, guys? I'm not going to do a skill.
What do you think, my pretties?
Please do.
Have a hero point.
Oh yeah, how many hero points do we have?
2 for everybody.
Shall we venture into
Is that including
depths of
the ones that we already started with?
No.
or climb to the highest point?
Incredible.
So,
Chris can have 3.
That is terrible.
Yeah, that was
Should be
great.
taking off of here.
That was great.
Not at all.
Because even though you thought it was terrible, you still did it, so that deserves a hero point.
Absolutely.
Okay.
You showed bravery.
Thank you.
Before you all meet back up and decide your next move, we're going to quickly run through Mordred's meeting with their people at the university, because we just didn't get to that at the end of the
Yes.
last session.
I won't take up too much time.
No, you.
Have as much time as you need. You're our character as well.
Mordred was seeing augurs, is that right?
Yeah.
Wonderful. You wander around the university, big old centre, looks very different to the rest of the city. And eventually you find someone in a room about 5 sizes too large, and really kind of drags along the floor, gives them almost a look of like a parrot, like a squirrel diving suit. Kind of comes out of a door and looks around quizzically for him and looks at you and says, "Ah, I've been expecting you. Come, sit. And offers you
He'll nervously give the letter of introduction to this person.
they grab it, look quickly at both sides, head back and sit down. Please, sit. Now, I can train you, but it will cost the 3 goats that you have with you at home.
I don't have any goats.
So a little confused as you see that there's a timid knock at the door as what looks to be a young farm boy wanders in and says, "I believe I have the gift of prophecy, sir. Might you help me?" And you see they quickly shove you out. So you bump into the wrong eccentric boy.
Do you help people with the gift of prophecy?
And you see they say, no, I do not deal in prophecy. I deal only in predictions and guesses. You'll be wanting the other side of the office. It kind of gives you directions to get around this area. You see, this is in the kind of school of divinations. A lot of people sitting around with their eyes closed, really focusing on nondescript and impossible things.
Yeah.
There's what look to be 2 kind of younger students with a deck of cards, 2 decks of cards, just flipping them over and trying to guess what the card says before they turn it. They're not doing very well.
Yeah.
But you see, in all this kind of chaos and it's a fine art. This sort of area of magic. You see that there is quite an old woman, kind of big curly hair, big spectacles on chains, apparently like 2 or 3 cardigans hunched over a walking stick, sitting quietly, kind of just watching over the whole thing, drawing some strange symbols in the dirt. Head wall.
Can I approach her, and as I do, can I cast Ring Fate on her?
Absolutely. That's a DC 6.
Yeah.
Check for that. You have undefined.
Oh.
Does not go through fire.
Yeah.
See, she, as you walk up, you see her eyes are completely wide out. She doesn't be able to see, as you'd assume. But as you walk up, kind of cocks her head, listening to footsteps.
Seeing that she can't see, I'll say, "Hi there. I was told to visit you, that you might be able to help me."
See, she stands up from her seat and just kind of moves her head, not looking at you, but just kind of seeming to take in the presence of the person before her. And she says, yes. Zora, holding extends her hand out. And you would be?
Mordred.
Lovely to meet you. Tell me what seems to be the trouble.
I've been having these strange dreams and visions, sometimes glimpses of people's futures.
Troubling thing. The eyes of time see through different people.
Like yours, I guess?
My eyes don't tend to see much these days, but I have other ways. What sort of dreams have you been having?
Well, this is one that I keep having with the bird, a raven. The last time I saw them, they consumed me.
You see, they continue drawing these strange symbols in the ground with their stick. Ravens are an omen of many things, most traditionally death, of course. You're not ill, are you?
Not that I know of. He kind of takes pressure off the foot that Grizel had dropped the hammer on.
You see, they pass you their walking stick and say, if you would be willing to try something. They say, close your eyes, it focuses on you. So they kind of reach down slowly, point the stick in the direction and say, draw.
I'll close my eyes and draw.
So you begin moving the stick and they say, think on these dreams, see what you can remember precisely. Give me a it's probably just a straight charisma check.
Okay. Charisma check. I hate playing Mordred. Can I just say hero point?
Yeah.
It's worse!
So if that dice is less than 10, remember you add 10 to it.
Okay. Oh, that's right.
So that becomes a 16 plus your charisma.
Okay, so an 8.
18.
I rolled a 6 and an 8.
You see, well, you don't see, but you start to move and you feel a hand kind of reach onto your wrist and begin to guide you as you're drawing.
Does it feel like the old woman's one?
It feels wrinkled. Give me a perception check. It feels quite cool.
Natural 20 for a 28.
It feels far too large to be on his head, and as it kind of adjusts the fingers up a little, you realise it's actually something with 3 fingers rather than 5.
He'll kind of recoil a little bit
Mhm.
because when he feels the hand touching him.
Do you open your eyes up?
Yeah.
As you do, you see nothing touching your hand at all, the sensation fades. But you see in the dirt, you've connected several of the random lines and symbols that Zara seemed to draw to make what looks to be a bird skull with 4 eyes.
Of course. Either a dinosaur or a lizard or something.
Oh yeah. I'll look at the old woman and I'll say, what does this mean?
See, they, without seeming phase, you say, a very old symbol. Do you know of the stranger?
Can I roll a check?
Yeah, I think I don't think history checks are doing this. Religion. Is it skill?
24.
24. You know a little bit about the stranger. You would have read about them in several books and texts in your home growing up. The stranger is a very large, intimidating, 4-eyed raven. They're sometimes also known as the Herald. They relate to prophecy. They relate to heroes. They relate to people who have some sort of destiny before them. They guard them in their younger years. It's often how they most often show up. It's how the stories of great heroes of old. They will guide them in their younger years and then let them go on to their fate.
I guess I'll. You mean the herald, the protector of champions?
You see, she nods along and she says, "Protector, shepherd. Some would say." They are in many ways the governor of an apple orchard. They are a chooser of fruit. They seem to select those who are not yet ripe, but soon will be. For what is hard to say. If you are having dreams of this character, then something has come.
How can I learn what it is?
Oh, well, that takes years of practice. Or, if you're feeling more bold, you could try to ask them directly.
How would I do that?
In the town of Gobak stands a mighty ziggurat, great steel structure of black stone. It is said to amplify the voices of mortals such as the gods in here. I've known many who have gone there and had visions. I've done so myself many times. If you were the sort who was travelling, as I believe you are, I would make my way there.
And they just stop the visions?
No, certainly not. If that's what you want, I could recommend a good herbal remedy, but it may serve you better to keep your eyes open while travelling the road that you seem to be on.
Am I in danger?
Most certainly. We all are. Short term, maybe, maybe not. But long term, we all are. You see, as you're heading off, she says, "Oh, and I'd stay away from the purple ones if I were you."
The purple ones?
Oh yes, at 20 foot she built, and you see she picks up her stick and begins heading off deeper into the campus.
Can I
Chase her and follow up on that?
Yeah,
you can follow
Yeah,
that.
can I follow up there and say, what do you mean the purple ones?
The purple, the colour.
Yeah.
Yes, in your near future there shall be something purple. Stay away from it. About 20 foot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yes, I should think so.
Mordred is very confused and just starts walking out. Probably anxiously starting to embroider the symbol of that fool-eyed raven onto his cloak.
Absolutely.
I feel like ravens are the most commonly used D&D animal.
Yeah.
Probably. They're up there.
Yeah.
Raven Queens, big part of that, I reckon. They're also just kind of spooky, yeah?
Yeah, they are.
With that, you all presumably meet back up.
Sorry.
As you would have organised you beforehand before.
Stop saying sorry. You're a character in this game too. You deserve time as well.
As you're going through the campus, Sibylla, can you give me a perception check, please?
Yes. That would be a 12.
12? Wonderful. Yep. You all meet back up.
No further.
No further comment.
100%.
What do you decide you're heading to next? As we had the wonderful question from Sibylla of the lowest dungeon of the tools.
As I was saying, my friends, to what road shall we venture?
Mordred will say, do you need some healing? It sounds like you're screwed.
Yeah, where are we going?
Well, is there anything people need to check here, or?
Pretty keen to get stuck into some serious adventuring, I reckon.
You know definitely there is definitely something happening in the Bonekeepers Guild. That is, there is a place that stuff is going on.
Just like DM question.
Yeah.
So it doesn't seem like the parallax thing is super urgent. We could do the bonuses before.
So the parallax is happening tonight, but it's 11 o'clock. So you've got a full day of stuff you can do before.
Yeah.
That doesn't seem like something you need to do immediately. You definitely feel confident this you can handle this in a little time.
Who needs sleep? I say it does not matter.
Was the Bonekeepers Guild thing a dungeon crawl?
Dungeon crawl,
Yeah.
You've been asked to head into the dungeon and just head into the old crypt and just see why the dead are wandering.
Let's go do a dungeon
What's
crawl.
the-
We haven't done a
Yeah.
dungeon crawl yet in this.
And I'm sure Galen prepared a lovely map to use and
Me? Max? Never.
What are you talking about?
Bray or Galen, do you know how much cash we've gained so far?
In total?
I should
Like
have that.
each.
I'll have
bugger
that.
all.
I'm not a good person.
No, I think we actually gained a bunch while you were gone.
You did. You have 17 gold, 114 silver.
This is
And
per
9
person,
copper.
isn't it?
Or is that just big bit?
That's just big business.
That's me, okay. 17 gold.
Someone
Oh, yeah,
is
'cause
also
you lost
carrying
your-
around an adventure fund.
Oh yeah, that was me.
That was you.
That was you?
That was
Yeah,
him.
I've got that, I think, on my Word account, though.
Oh, cool.
So
That's
that one I
one
think I still got. Where are we?
As we're walking
yeah, I
over
think that was
there,
on a
Do you
seven
know how to
file.
get to the entrance today?
You just know it's in the graveyard, which you would know of. Reims, the things Reims are famous for is its university, the Ersatz University, the dwarven settlement there, Pebble Creek, and its enormous graveyard that is truly the size of a small town in and of itself. People would come from weeks away to be buried in Reims graveyard. It's the heart of the Bonekeepers Guild. Their guild hall lies there, and many of their practices would be conducted.
True city of the dead.
Absolutely. So lots of signs around the place that lead to the graveyard. As you approach it, you would see a great wrought iron gate open, welcoming guests, and old stone. It looks like the graveyard is probably quite a bit older than the city around it. You see even where the outer wall of the city joins the walls of the graveyard, it looks like it's been built onto the pre-existing graveyard.
Yeah, we've got 150 silver in the group.
Yeah, that's correct.
How much silver did you say I had again?
You have 114. Let me just check
Are we
that one.
keeping that in the general
114.
pot, or are we adding 30 silver each to our...
No, this is only general key.
That was the advance you got from Memphis for like adventuring expenses.
Yeah, so that's we're supposed to use extra expenses for that measure.
You know, you could split it if you want to, or you could keep it like that. You would see the graveyard is truly immense. Rows and rows of gravestones of every conceivable person. Dates that range all across this era and previous ones. Huge dead sycamore trees rise out of the ground. You see a number of small birds, finches, and that flying. There's a few people here visiting. There seems to be a funeral going on, far off to the left. And quite clearly near the middle of it is a huge guildhall. It's great, granite building, huge steeples, tall high roofs, and front doors that appears to be made entirely out of bones.
Oh, that's cool. Is there anyone in purple from the graveyard?
In purple?
Wearing purple.
Oh! No.
Okay, good.
Is there tombstone with purple on it?
Not a lot of people.
Mordred, every time he sees purple, he's like,
Yeah.
Is it safe to say that some people wearing black?
Absolutely, there's a lot of people. You see the bone keepers, who you would have seen you saw one of these earlier in the marketplace. They wear these robes of black dark with scrimshaw carved bone around the collars and the buttons and that sort of thing. You head inside. You were told to speak with Enoch Holcomb, the head of the order. And you see, as you go inside, as you around, you're pointed to one of the main rooms. Lots of things. You see a funeral seems to have just finished up. Probably the people outside. You see a couple of people stay behind, thanking this very tall drow, so graceful elf, for the service, and presume this to be the head of the Bone Keepers Guild by their regal attire.
I'll wait for the people to depart so that we're not interrupting.
Absolutely. You see, they just kind of shake the hand. You see, at the very end, someone comes up and offers them a few coins, to which they bow humbly and give me a perception check if you want to. Kind of listening to their conversation.
22.
You see, Enoch says the work of the Reaper pays for itself. You owe us nothing. Please keep your coins. And they refuse to take the gold and the silver, and the people from the funeral leave. They kind of look over to your party of 5 and begin heading over.
Master Enoch, I believe.
You see, again, a very solemn bow there. So it's a very, not necessarily calm, but a very still aura. That's just what they say. Indeed.
I'm not familiar with your ways, but normally in places I've been, it is not the guild that conducts the funerary rites, rather members of the church.
So they say, we are both the Bone Keepers Guild. I and several other higher members are also clerics of the Keepers of the Reaper's ways.
Excellent. That makes absolute sense.
So they say ours is to see off the living and secure the dead.
A noble trade.
and one that you don't seem to be doing very well at the moment.
Indeed. We have had some trouble in the past.
This man does not represent us.
So they say, I take it you are the 5 who encountered revolution in the marketplace.
Yes.
Very well. I was hoping we'd be able to find something to help with this little predicament.
Can you just shed more light on what it is?
Recently, as strange as it is, the dead have been waking up more and more in increasing numbers and with an increasing vigor about them. We have done all the usual tests. It does not seem to be any of the common causes of undead. It's not a natural phenomenon as far as we can tell, but nor is it any spells we recognize. We believe there might be something in the lower levels of the crypt causing this. However, we've been unable to get down. Those of my order are forbid from harming the bodies of the dead, which naturally makes it rather difficult when they are animate and attempting to kill us.
So nobody's been down there.
The ancients of our order once buried people at the lower levels, but it has been sealed for 600-700 years now.
You're not stepping out. Did I copy down the map of the lower lord when I was in the library?
Yes, you got some of the old records from the crypt.
Are you familiar with the crypt?
I'm afraid not. Many of our records were lost at the end of the last age. Our guild had to move quite suddenly, and we did not, so we were not able to keep many of our things. Even our original charter was lost.
Where were you before?
We were located in the city, no longer standing. They explained to you where it would have been. It's now a section of Darkwood. You would know, again, in this world, every 250, 300 or so years, the Sunburns happens. This big event where the areas of the forest that are clear, the glades suddenly are overgrown and choked with bush. And certain areas of the forest clear and make new clear.
Well, I happen to have this map which I procured from the university archive.
So they reach out quite. You see they wear, on each finger, they wear a ring of dome with a different carved face in it. So they take up the map and look over it from where they say, "It's quite some find." I do not put much stock in the writings of academics generally, but this seems to have done well. So might I be admitted to keep this?
You may keep it once we have completed our mission.
Oh, of course.
We may find this invaluable for the task ahead.
So, indeed. I must ask, if possible, for you to respect the treasured dead below as well as you can, with the understanding you may need to do what you need to do.
Can I ask them, do you think these undead can be reasoned with at all? We have a friend who can speak to them. Spoke to Drusilla.
So they look over and they say, "I'm not familiar with any of the metacasters who dabble in the dead. Generally, your people seem to want to keep them alive."
Well, yes, but wanting and achieving are not always the same thing. Understanding why some are successful and some less so allows you to be successful more often.
I can see why that would be an asset. If you can reason with them, by all means, ask them why they are here.
Oh, actually, can I ask them, if you don't mind me asking more questions, can I ask them, do the words, "the rise is coming," mean anything to you?
You see they shake their head and say, "Not entirely. The bodies that we have seen, some have said similar statements, but I know not the origin of the phrase."
Alright. Show us to the side of the station, I guess.
So they say, "Very well. If you'll all come with me." So, you may find these helpful. So they consider these also a part of the payment for your services. So they hand you each a potion of life key. It's a healing potion. 2d4 plus 2. Healing back, use it as an action.
Potion of life keeping?
I believe that's what it's called. I know they're not called healing potions. If not, you've all got a potion that does 2d4 plus 2 healing.
Yeah.
You want to jot that down in your inventories if you can't find the actual item. You see Enoch leads you into the top levels of the crypts, past lots of quite new coffins that you see, and then as you continue down the first set of stairs, they become slightly older, and again down the next set of stairs, and again, leading you quite deep underground.
Do we have any idea of how old this section of the catacombs is?
Not by, in
Like
fact,
by
you see,
reading tombstones or anything?
oh, for sure, yeah. You see dates that, so obviously the year currently is 352 of the 7th age. You see the numbers going down and down, from the 200s, from the 100s, years that are only 2 digits, and then you start to see things from the previous age.
What did you say it heals again?
2d4 plus 2.
Oh, okay, so yeah, the healing potion lesser is more than that.
Oh, what's a potion? What?
So
Healing potion lesser is 2d8 plus 5.
Oh, cool. Go with that then.
The healing potion minor is 1d8 hit points. So maybe it's that one.
No, go lesser.
Go lesser? Okay.
Okay.
That's a level 3.
Yeah, that's correct.
Cool.
So can we assume
Mhm.
that this location, the whole building moved? From what they were saying earlier about moving.
That would be a reasonable inference. Yeah.
Are we able to buy some gear before we go down?
Yeah, for sure. One of the great things about Pathfinder is everything just has a price attached to it.
Yeah.
You can find up to level 5 items in this city, I believe.
Yep.
So yeah, you can go through and buy anything now while this is going on, or anything like that.
The level of the item, is that like we only use it if we're at that level, or is that just...
No, so you can use items above your level 5.
Oh,
Level's
okay,
just to do
cool.
with rarity. So,
okay, cool.
So like this city, you can find items up to level 5.
Up to level 5, okay.
Capital city, you can get up to level 10. And then at like
sweet.
like
Because there was a few things I wanted that were level 3, and I was like,
yeah, level 3, absolutely fine.
yeah, cool.
And then at like a rare collectible market or something, you might find up to level 15. And then you kind of just have to earn them in adventures.
I would say it's actually pretty easy to find stuff. Like there's like look through all the items.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
It's not as easy to search, I think, but like it's
You can you can also use the filter function. So like if you want to find a weapon that does more damage than yours, you can look for something with the D10 damage.
Oh yeah.
It's pretty neat, and then you can just hit buy in there in part.
Yeah, it does.
I bought more coffee.
Great.
Very important.
Coffee, yeah.
Wow, I thought so.
So yeah, Canon, you guys do an hour or so of shopping before this, so anything you need to find, you can buy through there.
Yep.
And you can just do that as you're going along. As you reach quite low, you come to what looks like this. At first, it looks like woven cloth, but it's quite quick that you realize it actually looks to be again bones that have been woven in between each other, forming a net over one of the doorways. You see Enoch walks towards it with a flick of their hand. The bones unweave and move out of the way.
Oh.
That's a shudder-worthy moment.
Yeah.
The sound is not pleasant.
Oh.
It's
Like cracking bone.
cracking, the sound of like stretching wood a little.
Oh, no.
As they say, beyond here, the dead roam free.
Just imagine if we never get
So they say, we wish you the best of luck. Go with all the blessings of the Reaper. Well, perhaps not. Face the dead walking.
Thank you. I'll pop on my face mask as you walk in.
You head into this very old section of crypt. You're probably 7 or 8 levels underground at this point, so quite deep into the earth. And you see the walls here are old, cracked brickstone. Sometimes bricks have fallen out, dirt falling into the room, that sort of thing. Lots of cobwebs. What looks to have once been vines growing from the ceiling, long, dry, and dead now.
Can I cast a light spell?
Yeah, for sure.
A light cantrip on myself.
Absolutely, you can.
My cloak is going to, or the embroidery will illuminate.
Light
Pretty.
Feats, proficiencies, effects. Special effect, light, bam. There you go, you can add light. You have a light. Anyone else who wants to use torches or anything like that can. You're probably good with just that one light spell as long as you stick together. You see a very thin. It's not marked on the map, but all along the walls here are all little. Pardon? Yeah, the place you would store coffins, most of which are full. Some seem to have long rotted away, others are filled with stone coffins. You see dates here dating back to the 3rd and 4th era.
Oh wow, that's
So very old, maybe 1,000 years ago. We'll need a marching order soon. In fact, actually, sorry, can I have a marching order?
Guess Marido will maybe go first.
Can I go first?
Have you got light or something?
I've got light.
I've also got a
Because
staff
I
of
just
fire
bought a
I can
lantern, so I could go.
Orders?
Okay, if you want
I've
to
got
go
a staff
first,
of
then.
fire that produces
I'll
light
go
as a
behind
tip.
you.
That will
So I'll do so it's sort of like the lantern.
Do you want to go
one.
first, Big B, then? With the light?
Oh, I think you just said you were casting light.
I don't think this.
Oh no, who's got the highest? Who's got the highest AC?
Squishy.
Okay,
I've got a 19.
then you should
I've
probably
also
go
got a
first.
19.
I've only got
you've
16.
You got a
Because I'm still trying to look classy, so I don't want to have
It
big,
says on my
big
thing.
clumsy armor.
19 of what, sorry?
Okay.
I'm pretty sure sure. No,
You're talking
I'm
AC.
pretty sure I got
Yeah.
new armor.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I
okay.
Because you're a small
Right,
person.
I need to sync that. That's all good. I'll sort that out.
Have you used your hero points yet?
Nope.
You should be on 3.
Oh, I was trying to find where hero
Do you
points
want me
were.
to do the connect to GM with that?
No, I can
No, you should be on 3. Because you gave
Can I
We all got
take
2,
out my
so-
sword
I denied that so much.
and my
shitty.
shield
Mhm.
and go at the front?
Wonderful. Mordred turns up there at the front, followed by Merida.
I'll take the rear with my fork then.
Wonderful. Followed by Bigby, followed by Drizella, followed by Sibylla. Any complaints?
This
No.
sounds like a bad idea looking at this narrow corridor.
Printing press.
That seems to be the only way forwards through here.
600 gold pieces.
I'll put my shield in front.
Have
well,
we-
yeah,
The main
yes,
thing that
push
will
your way
limit
in.
you buying items, Jesse, is the price.
Have we rested at all since we've been here? I don't think I've.
We were full up when we got off the Winter Express, I think.
Yes, so you should be on full. If not, you can take a rest.
Okay.
The winter.
I think I'm not because I think I harmed undead.
You
But-
did harm an undead, that's correct.
I'll-
So you're not quite full.
That's
So you
fine.
should be on max hit points. I don't think you've got it.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Mordred, you're up front. Do you head down the corridor?
I wait until everyone's ready and I'll turn around and I'll say, is everyone ready? Everyone prepared?
Yep.
Yes.
Stay close to me and keep yourself safe.
Following the leader, the leader,
You
The
see-
small child out in front.
Small child in front. You see, you hold your shield at the top, and many spider webs are caught upon you, moving them out of the
Glad I
way.
didn't go first.
There
Wait,
could
what are my
cause-
fears again?
One of my real life fears is spiders. Does that count?
Don't worry, that's fine. You see, right near the end of. In fact, actually, sorry, give me a perception check. See if you saw.
Can I do a perception check as well since I'm right behind her?
Absolutely.
15.
Oh,
15.
yes. What's a fun?
Ooh. What was it?
Perception.
Perception. That's a 17 plus 7. So what's that? That's a 14, 34.
Oh, wow.
No? Yes? No,
20.
24.
It's all quite good. Mordred, you don't see it. You see that slowly reaching out of one of these spaces for a coffin is a skeletal hand.
Can I,
Is it moving?
can I hit it?
You probably can't hit it because Mordred's in front of you. Oh, you can do a ranged attack.
Yeah.
Yeah, go for it.
Can I hit it?
Can I?
No, it's just Drizella's hand.
Back in your box.
What's the hand's name?
It's Eldamit.
Eldon.
13.
13, you fire off an arrow right past Mordred's ear, hits into the hand, and the bones fall to the ground with a clatter, echoing in the corridor.
He kind of stumbles
I mean,
back.
at the back, we haven't seen any of this. Like, what was that?
I'll catch you. Don't worry, it was just a hand.
I'll be even more tentative going forward.
So Drizella goes. So am I understanding that if we have alive people afflicted by deadly and contagious diseases, we have to try and save them all? But if we have undead people who may be absolutely fine and able to help us in some way, we have to hit them with hammers and arrows with no negotiation. Am I understanding the plan correctly?
No, of course not.
Okay. Just we're chatting to them and healing, is that right?
So this conversation echoing down the hall. You hear from around the corner, in response to your statement.
Oh.
The voice sounds like a young woman. It doesn't sound like the chortling or choking of undead that speak in common. So you hear, this is a place for the dead. The living should not be.
The dead
Copyright.
Do not get that reference.
Lord of the Rings, Lord of the Rings.
You've really got
I've
to
only
watch
watched it once.
So a woman's voice.
Yeah,
You-
it
you-
sounds.
you-
That was
Yeah.
like competitive quotation.
50% of the references.
Don't worry, I know.
Okay.
Speaking in common, calling from, hereish around the corner, but you are just there.
Can
I speak back in Necrol.
Mm-hmm.
We are friends of the dead.
As you speak in Neutral, they don't respond.
Okay.
But you
Something
hear
else
some
does.
Everything else does.
chattering from all of the coffins along
Oh.
the road. It's just all speaking over each other. But the words you pick up over and over again are, the rise will come, it is coming, it is rising, rising, increasing, going.
Is that your coffin on my foot?
In common, I'm like, what is rising? What is coming? Your dead do not sound particularly dead at present.
You see again the voice calls back and says, I do not speak the language of the dead.
No. Well, it might be useful if you did. They do not sound very happy.
I am not here by choice.
Yeah.
But you still seem to have some. Leave now.
If you're not here by choice, can we help you?
No response.
We didn't say no.
Would you prefer to be dead?
You see, she says,
See, she's chatty to me.
preference doesn't come into it. My life ended when I came.
Who are we talking to?
A voice of a
Random
human woman.
A random
Around
voice.
the corner.
Okay, cool.
Can I say, did someone kill you? Did someone hurt you?
In a manner of speaking, I did. I was foolish earlier. But my mistake does not have to be yours. You should all leave.
We can't let these undead keep terrorizing the people of this town.
We need to find the cause of this.
We
So
need
she
the money.
says they are the least of their worries. Can I get everyone to make a reflex saving throw?
Ooh.
11.
11.
Aww.
Reflex. I also had 11.
Reflex.
11? Also a
7.
fail? 7, that's a fail.
13.
That's a success.
40.
14, that's a success. You see, wow, that was a really bad roll from the entire table. This is a low DC. That
Ryan's
was,
not here.
Yeah, we don't have Ryan's balance net.
you see all around you the skeletons in this thin hallway. The hands begin to reach out and grab a leg, an arm, into your hair, onto your ankle, and begin to just pull you such that you are all grappled. Except for 2 of you who are not. Marching order again here. So we've got Drizel, the 2 at the back. You're both free.
Okay.
Great.
You see, Shan also makes their save. They're not restrained.
I always forget about that.
And Merida, you're familiar. Do they have a name?
Gisella's like picture is really freaky looking.
Oh, I don't hear it.
I'll do a new
That's fine.
picture because she's
you're
now.
familiar, also,
Plague Doctor.
is not restrained.
Oh, okay,
They're
yeah.
just kind of
I'll
phased
update her
through.
picture while we're playing.
What are you all going
Valid.
With the mask.
Are we in initiative?
to?
Or anything then?
You're in. This is a effectively a lair action, so it takes place at the start of initiative. But you can all take a turn's worth of actions.
Okay.
Anyone can go first. You can roll initiative if you prefer, but since you're all acting and it's not really important the order.
Yeah.
You see, they start to pull. You go from grapple, so they start to pull, and you realise this is going to start to hurt very soon.
Oh, okay. Sheet. What can we do?
You can look at those actions. You can also just say what you'd like your character to do, and I can help you work out what actions you want to take.
Yeah, go on.
Mordred first, even though he's kind of trapped, will try and get someone else out. So Meredith's next to him, so he tries to pull her free first.
Walk me through how you're pulling someone free when they're
Oh.
sandwiched between you and someone else.
Hang on, I'm a little bit confused.
So you're up the top here.
Yeah.
Meredith's behind you.
Yeah.
When you say pull them free,
Oh,
where
I
are you
assume.
pulling? You've got wall here, wall here. You
I'll
could probably
back,
take a step
like,
forward.
pull her back out if I can, or I'll
Yeah.
free myself and then try and.
Yeah, you probably if you can't really move them into your own space.
Yeah,
So,
fair enough.
but you can certainly try to move.
Yeah.
That's just another.
Don't you listen on those plane things? You've got to help yourself before you go.
I refuse.
So
What if I don't want to help myself, Jesse?
You guys are trying to get free of the
So
bombs.
was that reflex?
Reflex save.
24.
24.
Nice.
You successfully managed to worm your way out of the hands.
Yep.
You can take a movement.
Oh, we're not supposed to attack the dead people.
You
Yeah.
can move this way. Enoch said, try not to disturb them too much, but do what you have to do. As you do
Yes,
this,
so taking off a hand that's reaching out for you is not going to do very well.
Yeah, I was like, I
laying
think
in the
that's
corner here of the room, someone who looks to be dead for quite some while, a young human woman in what look to be wizard robes. She holds a textbook in one hand, seems to have a bit of blood and other material on it, and a dagger in her other.
Is she standing, sitting,
Oh,
lying?
lying dead, very
Looks
still.
very dead.
And floating over her, you see a ghost. Bright, glowing, bright blue wizard robes and all her other materials part of the ghostly form. You see she looks to you and says, I told you should have left. That's one action from you there. You've got two more.
Can I try and talk to her at all?
Yeah, absolutely.
Reason with her?
Yep.
I'll reach out to her and I'll say, please, we just want to help. If there's anything we can do to help you and your body and let you rest, what can we do?
You see she says, I am dead. You do not need to be. Try and save your friends and get out of here if you can.
Okay. Can I try and pull Merida out?
Absolutely. Give us a... so you can to pull her out, you can either do a contested strength check against these, or rather athletics, or you can try to do a help action, which will help narrow down her.
I'll do an athletics check.
Cool.
My athletics is pretty good.
Yep. Go for it.
No, it's not.
Number
14.
14. That'll do.
Oh.
These are dry old bones. You see, some of them still manage to hold on and just break the bones.
Yeah.
Just sort of a few hands holding on to you, Merida, but
As he's pulling, he'll be like, I'm sorry. To the
you're
hands
able
that
to
break.
take them and move out of the grabby hallway.
If they didn't want to be
Can I
broken,
get
they should
Sean
have
to help
grabbed
out
us.
anyone else that's grabbed?
Absolutely, you can do that. Mordred, you've got a third action if you want to take it. If not, you can
Can
use...
I
Yep.
demoralize the witchy woman
Yeah,
spirit
go
thing?
for it.
I'll reach out to her and I'll say, if you're not going to let us help if you're not going to let us help you, please don't hurt us.
Mhm.
So what was that? That's a
That's an
Intimidation.
demoralizes intimidation versus her save.
Yeah.
So you make an intimidation.
Oh my god, I hate Mordred. I'm using a hero point.
Yep. That's both of them. Mark them off. You add 10 if it's less than 10. What did you roll?
It was a 4.
So 14, so plus your intimidation score.
24.
Yeah, that's a good roll.
22.
22. 22. You succeed. You see they, not that they had a happy long rest, you see they look more distressed, and you see they say, I'm not the one doing this, and then just drift backwards through the wall and disappear. That's your three actions. Chris, the way your familiar works is you can spend one action to give them two actions.
Okay.
So you give, what would you like them to do?
Well, Jesse's still got something grabbing his foot.
Mhm.
Sorry,
Jesse sure does.
Jesse, big.
Big.
And I'll get Sean to maybe do a bit of a pounce on the bones and.
Yeah, for sure. Sean can do a help action. So Sean does a reflex check. Sean gets a 14, which is a success. Bigby, you can add 2 to your next reflex save.
Cool.
Do you want Sean to do anything else?
Maybe just go forward and if you're doing like a.
Actually, sorry, they need to use I just remember they need to use a movement action to get to Bigby. So
Alright, so
that
there's my
is
go.
their turn.
Fair enough.
And that's that. You've got 2 more actions you can take over.
Well, if everyone else has moved, well, I guess can I even move?
You can move, but you do feel like if you stand here, you're going to need to keep making saves to stop being blocked. You feel like you've probably got to
Can
get
I
out.
move forward to where the other two are?
Unfortunately, you can't. You can move. Yeah, you can move through them. You've got 25 foot of movement, so 5, 10, 15, 20. Your one movement gets you to there. Do you want to use another one to exit the hallway?
Yes.
Wonderful.
Please.
You instruct Sean to help out, and then you run out of there. That's you. That's Mordred, Merida, Bigby, Drizella. You've got your turn still. And what you'd like to take.
Well, now that Merida's free, she would probably move forward into that room to allow for others to come down the passageway.
Absolutely. You move into the
Not
room.
too far into. I would probably just go to the other side.
Stop pointing.
Yeah, there's fine. Just
Wonderful.
to let others through.
Bigby, you feel the skeletons holding on to you, but with charm pouncing against you, you feel like you can better escape them if you want to try.
Yes, please.
Wonderful. Give us a reflex save again.
So I get +2, right? Plus
Is
my
that-
reflex.
Yeah, it'll be on the sheet. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Reflex. I've got your reflexes +7.
yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So that's 15 a lot.
Absolutely brilliant. You bump against it and you get on out.
That's good.
Would you like to use would you like to move out of the hallway with all the grabbing arms?
Yeah.
Wonderful. You get on out of there as well. Drizella, I'm assuming you're not going to hang around in the hallway.
Oh, no, I'm not going to hang around in the hallway. But what I'd like to do, and feel free to not let this wait, is I know that my harm spells heal undead.
Correct.
What I'd like to do, although there is no evidence from the mechanical rules to say that it would work, but I would definitely try it because it sounds fun, is I would like to use my haunting hymn of general nastiness as a soothing lullaby to the agitated undead.
Very fun. Does that usually work with a saving throw?
Yes.
Instead of that, can you give me a...
It's a jarring hymn that only creatures in the area can heal, that deals 1d8 sonic damage, fortitude save.
I'm going to say give me a performance check.
Performance.
Is that going to hurt us as well?
You can
Potentially,
you
yeah.
can add- you usually
But I'm
add
less
1
worried
to
about that.
performance, You can add 3 to this.
Oh,
And you've got to
okay.
sing.
Can I use
You've got
a
to sing
reaction
lullaby.
by any chance to put earplugs there? Which is the
We're
nice.
freaking
Because I just bought some
Oh,
earplugs.
Absolutely. You can.
Nice.
Out of curiosity, do they do mechanical things?
Yeah.
Brilliant.
They give me
15, 16.
-2 to perception audio wise, but +2 to perception saving.
That's so
Nice. Very good.
So that would be an 18.
An
That's plus
18.
3.
What does this haunting hymn sound like?
Oh, it just sounds really like the song of... No!
Not
No! It does not sound like screamo metal. It sounds like... It sounds like...
Enya?
It's
Somebody...
nursery rhymes and
No!
minor
It's...
keys.
No! It sounds like a primary school violin concert, but being
Yeah, definitely.
sung.
I'm definitely putting
Okay.
my
Yeah.
earplugs.
It sounds like a primary school violin concert. The tortured soul of
Primary school.
but that's what that's what it
Feel
sounds
you're-
like.
Like you're the parent.
Wonderful.
Like this music teacher hears this.
I've heard
all day, every
Gisela
day.
sing on the Cinderella movie. It was terrible.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Lots of pain.
Mark off that spell slot for casting that.
Yeah.
Use 2 actions to cast it. That works very well with an 18. You see they stop reaching out. You see they slowly pull their arms back in.
So I just walk down the corridor.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You walk down
With the
corridor.
rest of my
Yes.
action.
You see, after a moment or two, fading back out through the wall comes the ghost, who looks over and says, "I am glad you were not taken, but I warn you once more, this place does not like the living. A terrible evil rests here,
That means
What
we
evil?
an evil that wakes the dead."
That is evil indeed. I am a great fan of creating the dead. I don't wish to see them woken unnecessarily. That would be cruel.
You see, they say, "I stumbled into a sealed room, a very old place that should not have been found. I could not get out, and I broke down the door. I didn't mean to, I let it out."
Oh,
What?
careless.
Oh, sorry.
You see, they say, I was trying a new spell, and I got stuck there.
Oh,
Ah.
are you are you a student? Is this the student?
You say, they say, I was a student of the university.
It's the
In life, I was
student.
Maribel.
That's the one that did the teleportation.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, well, that's that mystery solved.
It's okay.
I
At least
think
one of
you
us
have-
got turned.
Is there some sort of a token on your body so we can collect certain
Yeah.
You see, she wears quite a distinct pendant around her neck.
Yeah.
Yoink.
I think
You loot the corpse of the ghost.
I think unfortunately you failed the teleportation assignment.
I think she's failed every assignment, unfortunately.
Who were you training under?
Yeah, just to
I mean, they
clarify
have
that
a-
you are actually
they
the
do
student.
have-
What was the teacher's name?
And they
And
do
you see
have a
she says,
responsibility
I was
to
trained
you.
directly under Dean Morrison.
Yeah.
Yeah. You do realise that the university has a responsibility to protect you if you consider taking action against Dean Morrison.
You offer the ghost to sue. Give me a diplomacy check.
Can I help her with that?
Give me a diplomacy check as well.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Yeah. So, diplomacy check.
Diplomacy is
Oh,
like, I'm
my
actually
goodness.
really good
Which of you has the best modifier?
at. Hands down
Probably
me,
big
by
one.
a country mile.
What's your diplomacy
I
modifier?
think. Oh no.
I've got
Oh,
plus
it's not
6
worth
to
it.
I've got one.
I had a heap.
I've got +6.
So it would be somebody other than me.
But Mordred's not
14.
on fire.
But I've
14.
got that.
I'm afraid it's not successful enough for a help
What's
action.
the diplomat
11.
badge?
Not
As a-
successful enough
It
for a
was
help action.
Mirabella, wasn't it?
Um,
Just wait for
Mirabella,
it.
yeah.
Mirabella.
Hmm.
One of two.
21.
21. There you go. 21. You see, they say, were I still alive, I might do perhaps maybe warn the other apprentices not to be so careless with their spells. If you are all willing, would you do any of you keep to any faith? Would you be able to give my body the final
I'm
words?
gonna sneak
I can
ideas.
do it.
So she says, I was an acolyte of the Magus, if any of you know any of their ways. Merida, you know that is the patron you have as your witch as
Oh,
well.
yeah, that's right.
Anyone else who give me a religion check? You can add 2 for that, so they're your
Oh,
clerics can add 2 for that as well.
27.
27. With a 27, you know the you know the ritual, you know the rite, and you recall the words to the prayer. You could officiate that if you wanted to.
7.
With a 7, you are you have more of a practical understanding of this sort of thing. This is more of the sort of thing you'd find in like a little beautiful prayer book, but probably witches don't tend to keep to.
18 for religion.
18, you know what to do, but you don't recall the exact words for it.
Yeah.
But certainly between the 3 of you, anyone who wants to can officiate that. If you
Unless anyone else wants to do it, I think Mordred would.
I start to go and sort of start to prepare the corpse into the appropriate.
Is there a symbol of the Magus?
there is. Give me 2 seconds. The Magus is the symbol of an owl. The head of an owl, 2 eyes.
Do you think it's reasonable that somewhere in my dreams over the years I've embroidered an image of an owl somewhere on my cloak?
You have the same.
No.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
It's just got an eye in the middle.
Then I'll just
No,
put
mine's
her
just got, like,
spell book and
oh,
stuff
I don't
over her body.
I don't think so. Mine's just got,
You
like,
see,
generic
you say the prayer. Give me a religion check. 2 of you can do a help action if you'd like.
I get Eldamit to make a shadow hand owl
Aww.
in the light that Mordred was casting. So Eldamit comes out and does some random figure shapes and casts what looks like a slightly odd looking owl
What is it
onto
that
the
we
wall.
were rolling?
Mordred will
How long's that
come
gonna
up to
stay?
say you and he'll say
Mm.
thank you.
Pardon?
How long's that gonna stay?
21.
Fantastic.
But it's a shadow. So
shadow.
this,
Oh,
it's my Eldamit hand making
It's a good
shadow
check, so.
Okay.
shadow
that's a
animals
15.
on the wall.
Cool.
Oh, okay.
So it'll-
Yes.
I'll just draw the owl on the wall with chalk.
That's a pretty good way to do it. Yeah,
Yeah.
You draw up those symbols.
Am I
you
doing
would
religion?
probably know of this sort of thing in general study.
16.
16. Wonderful. Between the 3 of you, you're able to do that. You see, as you say the words, as you draw a symbol, their body glows blue for a moment and then is reduced to dust, which would be the appropriate funeral rites for some of the followers of the Magus. The only thing left
Nice.
is their spellbook and a few of their items, none of which seem particularly valuable or unique. But the ghost of Mirabella thanks you.
Can I tie up the things and give them to Bigby, who's investigating
Mhm.
the case?
Yeah.
So the ghost is gone now?
The ghost remains for a few moments, so they say, thank you, I do not think I can leave this place till my mistake is fixed. And sorry, no, they don't. They say, I don't think I can leave this place while the mistake still stays here. I would warn you, what's here is very old and very bad. Please, if you won't listen to my advice and leave, please take great care.
Can you tell us anything to help us?
See, she says, there was what looked to be a tomb of something very bad. I could not read the inscriptions upon it, but I do not think they were made lightly. There was something coming out of the tomb. It looked cracked, this green light. And you recall that the undead that you've seen have had this green tinge about them. A lot of the streets glowed just before they died. It says it spread to the bodies when they started rotting.
So where were you when you did the spell that went wrong?
You see, she explains that it's up this corridor, and then there's a locked grate, and then through to the left.
Okay,
So let me
cool.
just check that. Yeah.
Because I've got this pursuer lead thing I'm trying to understand, but I think I'll wait till I'm up closer to the thing to activate it.
Yeah, the pursuer leads are a bit wordy, but it's quite a good feature. So, why is that not right? Yeah, so pursuer lead gives you a permanent bonus to similar things. So you choose what your cases are. You have 2 at a time.
Yeah.
So it might be.
So I guess this I'll use it on this one. Yeah.
You could set this as one of your 2 cases. You don't currently have anything else.
Yeah.
So absolutely you can set.
So I get some +1 to circumstance bonuses relating to this.
Yeah. So just any roll you make to solve this mystery, you get a +1 bonus. That's the investigator class. Yeah, it's a very clever, it's a very neat way to do that sort of thing. You see, she does say though, they're dead or awake and they walk these tunnels. Beware.
Thank you.
We'll avenge what we did wrong.
You see, she gives kind of a forced smile at you. Who would like to lead the way around this corner? Marching order again is the question.
I can do it again.
We're up to the same
Same
marching
thing.
Unless
order.
do you want to go first? If you
Yeah, I can.
But don't
I
attack
mean, I
three.
can always
Don't
see
attack
her
hands
every-
again.
Well, I actually took Trap Finder as one of my feats, so
Oh,
I
really?
could go first.
You took
Yeah,
what?
yeah.
Trail finder?
Trap Finder.
Oh, trap finder. That's
Then
a pretty
absolutely,
good one.
yeah.
Yeah.
Again, a +1 circumstance bonus to perception checks to find traps,
Lovely.
and to AC against attacks made by traps.
Does anyone say any passing words to Marabella the ghost as you head further into the complex? Nope. Cool.
No.
You come up to this what looks to be a 2-way tunnel, one going to the right, one going to the left. It looks like they meet up in the same room on the other side. Do you go left or right?
Maybe which way smells better.
I always lean left.
Alright. Very good. As you start to head down the left, I'll move everyone else's tokens in a minute. You see a large, dark purple flower growing out of the ground at the end of the corridor.
Okay.
Purple.
Yeah, I was just thinking that's your thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
What can I do?
Is it just Bigby that sees it at the moment?
Presumably Big B. No, as you come around the corner, you see this.
I'll clue everyone in on it.
I'll kind of not shout out, but say so you can hear it. I was told to look out for purple things.
Stay away from them.
Oh, okay.
Keep away. Keep a really good distance from that thing. Maybe we should try the other passage.
Oh, you mean go around it?
Yep, looks like this passage meets up in the same room.
So if Mordred said that, then Drizella will start to head down the other passage.
Yeah, for sure. You start
And
heading
Mordred
down.
will-
So you said a big purple flower.
Yep, big old purple flower, absolutely massive, about yay big, wide. Single stem of the plant that seems to be growing out of one of the corpses.
Out of the corpse.
Do I know what that is?
You can make a survival check, absolutely.
Yeah, I might
Sounds
do
like
that
the
as
kind of thing I'd like to know about.
Can I check as well?
Anyone who wants to do a
23.
survival check? The other thing that you might want to do is pick someone with the best score and give some help actions, but whatever you want to do. I hit 23.
25.
25. Wow. The both of you with those scores, you would know this from your ranger training, you would know this probably more from the
Living graveyards.
bodies and corpses.
Yeah.
This is known as the Last Shriek. It is a type of plant known as a shrieker. They emit a terrible high-pitched sound.
I'll put those earplugs back in.
Yeah.
They were
Funnily enough,
goodbye.
they'll help you a ton.
I
choice.
just bought these.
I
I was
thought-
just looking at anything that
I'll
sounds
tell you what,
fun.
with a 25, I'll give you the full mechanics, which is that if you're within 10 foot of this thing, you have to make a save, or you take a d6 sonic damage.
So we have
Oh,
to
okay.
kind of keep
We could
right
kind of go
towards
around,
the
but I
wall.
think we might still be within range.
It depends what this
It's
is.
only
No.
10 feet.
If we,
Yes,
if we
okay.
keep close
Oh, I see.
to the
Instead of
wall on
fun.
the right hand side,
Yeah, if you
we keep to
I'll
here,
move
then
your,
we'll
I'll
be
move your
fine.
turn. Yeah,
Yep.
you know, if you go this way.
So I would say,
So it seems like the left and right path were like irrelevant.
I would,
It was more that one of them has one of these.
yeah, I would say, oh, interesting, a shrinker. They can be quite
quite loud.
tuneful. Sometimes I learnt many tricks from them.
Stay within, stay away from them. More than 10 feet.
I'll check
If you
out
want to
this.
communicate with me, you're gonna have to speak up.
Okay, we'll go. Toy, flower, dirt.
No, I mean that's
dirt.
off. No, I heard that. So I'm saying from now on.
I got
From
you.
now on, we got to play charades with Big B.
As you
Okay,
round
that sounds
that
fun.
corner, you see a number of creatures.
That's all talk shit about Big B.
They look at first like dogs or
fucking
four-legged beasts, but you see they're actually human skeletons that have got the legs kind of on back around the wrong way, the
yeah.
arms upside down, and the heads
Oh,
round there,
God.
giving them this horrible walk look as they scuttle around on all fours.
Yeah.
This
I'll
glowing
probably
green
can't
light
mess up
coming
these
from the
bodies
eyes
much
from,
worse than they already are.
a little bit coming off in this terrible lime colour.
I think you underestimate us all.
Can I get everyone to roll initiative, please?
Yay!
Which is perception. Yes, there's no initiative score.
Another nat 20.
Another net 20. Wow. What's that for a total of? What do you add?
Dean.
Yeah, what are we adding?
Perception.
Plus 7, so 27.
37 to a crit.
30?
And yeah, you add 10 to the crit.
Oh.
Drizella.
14.
It's a waste of a dirty. It's a waste of nat 20 then.
Well, you go definitely first. Mordred.
12.
12.
Not sure if I want to go first.
Classic Mordred fashion.
Big B.
19.
19. Nice. And Sibylla.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Nice one. Merida. Not surprising.
Okay.
You're up first.
Really? Me?
Yeah.
Oh, with a 34 or 37 or whatever. So we're not wanting to damage these skeletons?
If we can help it.
If we can help it, okay. So I would like to move up towards there.
Mhm. Sure.
So
So
I
you
can
got- you got
see
25.
further into the room.
You've got 25 foot of movement, so you can get up to here if you like. You quickly identify 1, 2, 3, and 4. You see the glowing green coming off these shines through the darkness, making it easy to
Yeah.
spot.
Okay, and we're not wanting to harm.
So what they said was try not to damage the dead down there, but do what you need to do. So you think they were probably more talking about the...
They look like they will attack. If
They don't look friendly.
they don't look, if they don't look friendly, then I'll shoot them.
You think the Enoch was probably more
Valid.
talking about the corpses that are trapped.
Okay,
So,
cool.
probably try not to throw off any fireballs.
What? Yeah.
That's one action to run to the front.
Yep,
Presumably you already
also-
have your bow out, so that's all you
Yep. So I'll shoot at that one.
want to shoot at that one. Remember, you've got your hunter's mark if you want to make it, if you want to do that as well. Your class features that makes you
Do what?
more. Yeah, you've got hunter's
I thought
stalk
you.
prey, I think it is. Slayer's prey, sorry. Hunt prey, sorry, that's the action we're looking for.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. I'll mark that one with my hunter's edge then. 18 to hit.
18 will do it.
There's 3 damage.
3 damage. Do you add your... Oh no, you don't add. Yep, 3 damage. Wonderful. That is then one of the skeletons.
Well, that was movement in 1 action, wasn't it?
So the attack's 1 action, the marking the prey is the other.
Ah, yeah. Yep.
So right. This one's going to take 2 actions to run up towards you and then make an attack. Does a 25 hits.
Yes, it does.
Right. For 6 damage. As you see, it just starts biting at you with its glowing green teeth.
Okay.
Can you please make me a fortitude saving throw as well?
22.
22. Wonderful. You see two. You see this one takes 1 action to run up to you. Takes 2 bites. A 16
Misses.
and a 17.
Misses.
You see, while the first may have caught you off surprise, being a much faster than you think it would be, all warped and twisted. This one runs up and you're able to block its teeth with your bow. That is Sibylla. Your turn.
Can I just ask from a mechanic perspective,
Mhm.
if there's a spell that requires someone to make the target to make a save,
Mhm.
if they're to succeed on that save,
Mhm.
what does that mean for the spell? Like if the spell does like 1d8 damage,
Depends on the spell. Usually, if they save, they take half damage. If it says a basic fortitude save or a basic reflex save or something like that, it's half damage if they succeed, double damage if they critically fail. Otherwise, it usually lists special effects.
so if they like, if I use this one as an example,
Mhm.
so what it says basic
Yeah,
reflex.
so basic means So basic means that if they critically succeed, they don't take any damage. If they succeed, they take half damage. If they fail, they take the full damage, and if they critically fail, they take double damage.
And how do I know what the reflex save has to be over?
That's your spell DC. So if you exit that for a second, you scroll to the top of this. Your DC is 19. Damn.
Okay.
Witches.
The mysteries again. I don't know. So I'm going to use. So what? Because I get 3. There's 3 actions to my go, isn't
3
there?
actions on your turn, so probably going to have to move up a bit for this one. to
So
get
movement
stuff.
would be good. So I'm going to do a movement first, and
Wonderful.
probably be level with whoever that is. How far can I move?
That's 1 movement action. Just because you were heading up the rear, so you take 1 movement to squeeze past all your friends. That gets your enemies in your line of sight. So as long as you've got a ranged spell and not a touch spell, you should be able to hit just about anything. The
Okay.
closest one to you is 25 foot away.
Yep.
The furthest one is 55.
So if I was to do an acid splash,
Oh, great choice. I'll
and
hit both
sorry,
of
which is now called caustic blast. For some reason they changed the name of it.
We've just moved to the update came out not too long ago,
Yep.
which has changed the
But
names.
can I spray it just behind where those 2 are standing side by side,
Absolutely.
so
you
that
can.
it sprays them but not Merida?
Absolutely, you can. You can hit both of those in 5 foot blast.
And they can then make both the basic reflex save, please. So
Yep.
DC 19.
They roll both of those. Both of them pass, so they'll take half the damage.
Okay.
With some very lucky dice rolls from them. They don't look particularly dexterous as they stumble around on them stuck bones.
So they'll take 2 damage each.
2 damage each. These things, they look reasonably hurt by that. These things don't look very strong.
Mhm.
That's them. Then it is another skeleton's go. It's going to. Sorry, Meredith, you are the only target up the front for now.
That's okay.
It uses 1 to go for you, goes for 2 attacks. The first one is going to hit for 3 damage. The second one misses. How are you looking health wise?
Not too shabby, but not the best. 21 out of 30.
Oh, yeah, that's good. All right. Okay, you're pretty stocky compared to most people.
Yeah.
You've got quite a bit more health for the rest of the party.
Yeah, you're super tanky.
Hunters get D10 in Pathfinder. Rangers are in. Big B, that is you.
I'm going to move up 25 feet to basically in front of Rizal.
25 foot does indeed get you in front of Rizal.
And then I'm going to take a shot at the guy that just hit Merida with my crossbow that I've just recently bought.
Beautiful.
But first I'm going to use Devise a Stratagem
Wonderful.
as one of my actions, which gives me my intelligence modifier instead of my dex modifier.
Gorgeous.
So that'll be a +7 to hit, to +5. I roll fucking terrible, but I'm going to
You've got hero
use a
points.
hero point.
Wonderful. Don't forget if the dice is less than 10, you add 10.
So if it's a 9, it's a 19.
So 9, it's 19.
Fuck
That's
yeah.
good.
So that means it's a 26 to hit.
Not only is that a hit, that is a crit.
Woo!
As you line up, you look at this thing's weakness, you see a horrible pressure push from all the twisting, hit them with the arrow, let's do some damage.
Okay, so what's the
Crit
crit?
damage, you roll it as normal, and then you double everything, modifiers.
Okay, cool. So I've got a D6 and a D8. Oops. So that's 6, 12.
12, you hit this thing right in the middle of the spine, and it shatters into bones. Dead.
Nice.
Done and done. Love a crit. Wonderful. Great use of action economy. Good use of knowing your character sheet. Drizella,
Starting to get
that
there.
is you. Bit of a learning curve, but
Yeah.
If I got one within 60 feet,
certainly do. All of them in 60 feet.
yeah, I just pick one.
Wonderful.
Probably one of the ones, that one on the left.
That one on the left?
Yeah, I'm going to hit it with my purifying icicle.
Ooh, lovely.
I'm going to shoot a I'm evoking life essence and then shooting it out in the form of water that freezes as it travels through the air, launching an icicle at the foe. That is spell attack, which is +8, so 18, 26.
26, that's a crit.
Oh my goodness. So make a spell attack roll. On a success, the icicle does 2d6 piercing damage, 1d6 cold damage, and if it is undead, it does another 1d4 positive damage. On a critical success, the target takes double damage
Oh my god.
and a 10-foot circumstance penalty to its speed for 1 round,
Damn.
as
That's
the
a good
icicle lodges inside them.
That's the first level spell?
Yes.
Nice. Yeah, go ahead. So what's that?
So
That's
2d.
Yeah,
So
3d6, 3d6, 1d4 damage. Double.
I'm sure there'll be more.
so just double the damage. Roll
so
the-
you
roll the
all dice
damage.
like normal, and then you double it.
Okay, fine. So 2d6.
Because crits happen
Piercing,
inside
1d6
in
cold.
Pathfinder,
Yeah.
They do a little less damage.
Put them down.
No.
No.
No. Okay, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So 28.
Damn, very dead. This thing only has 6
Meh.
You fire this ice,
Okay.
and just this explosion of ice and light. The bones all fly away, but get caught in the icicle. Very dead.
So that was 2
Two
actions.
actions. You go.
And then 1 action to cast guidance on Merida.
Wonderful. You do exactly that. Mordred, that's you.
Can I use my movement to stride up next to Merida?
Sure. Yes, you can. There's 25 foot. Oh, actually,
You went
not
into
without
the-
going through the flap.
Oh.
So to angle around it, I'm afraid you'll need to use 2 movement actions. It's 0.2 feet too long. I'll allow.
Would I be able to reach that one that's in front of her?
Yep.
Can I take a strike action with my sword?
Go for it.
That's not gonna hit. It's
Well-
gonna be a 10.
10, I'm afraid it won't hit. So you go for it and it scuttles a little way back. You see the head spins round and then round again, looking over at you as you miss. Third action.
I'll raise my shield.
Wonderful. You go into block. You see the one at the back is going to take its action now. It would run forward, but it can't get an attack in. It's going to run. Oh no, it can climb over instead in the same space as a forward foe.
No, it can't.
Skeletons can actually.
No,
They
they can't.
disappear upon death. Goes in, which does, however, mean I'm so sorry, Merida. Again, you can go for Mordred. You can go to the other side. Shield up.
I don't mind.
Goes in for a jaw attack. How does a 6?
Yep.
So misses 24. Yeah, thought that one might. For 6 damage, piercing.
Does my shield do 10? No. that doesn't. How does it work with shield HP?
Your shield reduces the damage by its hardness value. So I think
Okay,
it's
by
hardness
5.
of 5, but also your shield takes 1 point.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty sure that shields are way too complicated in this system.
Yeah, they are.
It automates it in Pathfinder, but I don't have, because it automates it in Fabric. Anyway, Merida, that's you.
Cool. So there's
You've
2
still
in
got-
front of me.
2 in front of you, you've still got your hunter's mark, your hunt prey on the
Yeah.
middle one.
Well, because he's so close to me, I guess I'm just gonna try and get him with my dagger.
Wonderful.
'Cause I
You-
wouldn't
so-
shoot from this close.
Mhm. So you've got to use your action to switch over to your dagger. Otherwise, you can just take a -2 penalty on the shots if you want to take the point blank range.
I'll just take it. One action to change it.
Cool.
That's an 18 plus 8, so
Crit.
Fantastic.
26 for a crit.
So we're doing for crit again, roll and then double.
Yeah, roll, add your stuff as you normally would, and then double. Although I think daggers are
That's my crit from rolling a 9.
Yeah,
So that's 8.
8 damage. Wonderful.
I keep forgetting how
not
badly
quite
Mordred rolls, and then I play him and I'm like, that's
So
right.
that was
Contribution.
That's why I don't like it.
That's why I'm playing the support character.
You didn't need to move because it's right in front of you. So that's 1 action to change your weapon, 1 action for the attack. You've got
Yeah.
a spare action, so you can take another attack if you like.
Yeah, I'll take another attack.
And because you've got that 1 mark, it's easier to hit. So you're
Nah, I probably won't. It's only an 8. So
only 8. What'd you get on the dice?
I rolled a 4 on the dice.
And you're only adding 4.
Yeah,
On the second attack.
Because on
So
the
if you-
second attack I've got plus 4.
Yeah. So because this one's marked, you get 2 to it. You can add 1 more to that second attack.
Okay,
so
so
plus
it's
5.
still on the attack.
10 weight left. Close enough. You go in, knock a heap of the bones out of your dagger. It is nearly defeated. It's gonna go for
Could I actually step over this one so I can
Yeah,
kind of try and let other people through?
Yeah, for sure. You pivot around.
Yeah, I don't care if I end up getting out of attack range. So even if I get over here,
Yeah, for sure. You step back up here.
yeah,
Lovely.
just so that other people can get into the room as well.
Yeah, absolutely. You would all know this. Most monsters don't have opportunity attacks.
Skeleton.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, opportunity attacks are a thing, but they're like a specific class feature. Or a
Yeah,
specific,
okay.
If something has an opportunity attack, it's like a skilled fighter.
Yeah.
This thing is going to go for Mordred, because they're the next closest person. Goes in for a strike. 25.
Yeah.
That is going to be 6 damage again.
Okay, so I take 1 on my shield and then 1 for me.
It's going to try to trip you.
Ooh.
What's your reflex save?
Plus 5.
It's 5, so it needs to beat a 15. Unfortunately, it is going to beat that, so you see it it just jumps up, grabs onto you, and knocks you flat prone.
Yep.
And then it's going to take its 3rd attack.
Oh god.
Uh,
So does that negate my shield or
your shield can still be up when you're thing.
I can see.
Your shield increases your A
by 2? Yeah.
by 2. Attacking prone decreases it by 2.
Okay,
so
just
it cancels.
yeah.
How does a 12 sound?
No.
You see it tries to bite, but it's just napping over your shield and you're not able to get there. Sibylla, that is you.
Okay.
2 more of these skeletons up.
Yes.
These old ones. And then Bigby, you're on deck.
Can I? Where am I situated?
You're just down here.
Can I use one action to move closer?
Would you want to get in melee range or just closer?
Yeah, about there. And then I'm gonna cast Breathe Fire,
Oh yeah.
which is a 15-foot cone.
Nice.
Is there a way that I can do it so I don't hit?
Is it one of them on top of her?
Yeah.
Yeah, I reckon that gets them and none of your allies if you budged forward a tiny bit.
So basic reflex save from both of them, please.
Wonderful, that's that reflex again. Reflex. 13 and 13.
Okay, that's a
Two
fail
fails.
for both. So they each take 7 damage.
7 damage. That finishes off both of them.
Nice.
Nicely done.
What was that attack you said?
Breathe Fire.
Oh, awesome. Describe how that works when you finish
Well,
this
it's through my staff.
Oh,
So
lovely.
in essence, because the tip of it,
Flamethrower.
I basically it's like
Yeah, like fire breathing.
Oh, that's
Lovely.
cool.
You see the bones again fall apart, scattered on the ground.
Is that annoying?
And the room
What
starts to
random
go quiet.
creatures are out there?
I have a mechanics question.
Yeah, for sure.
So with my device
Sounds like
stratagem,
somebody's trying to
it
get
says if
fun
you're
with
aware that the
this
creature you're choosing is the subject of a lead you're pursuing, you can use this ability as a free action.
Yep.
Would those have counted as a subject of the lead or no?
Probably not.
Okay. Be more like a suspect or something.
More like a suspect
Yeah.
or something directly in your way.
Yeah.
As opposed to these that are just kind of present in a place similar to
That
your
we're going through,
investigation,
yeah,
if that makes sense. The next fight, the targets will.
Somewhere.
Cool.
Sounds like a pump trying to suck.
It's a pump taking in air.
So did the skeleton?
Yeah.
Pool filter or something.
Did the skeletons dissolve?
Question is it
The
ours or is
the
it
bones
next
just
door?
stopped connecting and they were scattered across the ground.
Yeah.
It's pretty odd though, these sorts of twisted, strange skeletons in these odd shapes. And as you film through, you see
there's another flower.
you do indeed see another flower, and you see a large metal wooden chest right near the flower. I will tell you can tell immediately it's within 10 feet.
Yes. Ooh, the temptation.
Oh, I knew this
Well,
was cheap.
I've got the earplugs.
Break within 2
Yeah.
Not your
I'll
fault.
have to go in and grab the chest.
So does that mean you're like completely resistant to it?
No. I just get a +2 to my saving throw.
You just get a bit of a bonus.
Are the chests like large?
Oh yeah, if you had to guess, you say there'd be 4 or 5 things in this chest.
So Bigby couldn't just like lift it out. Like,
Oh,
he
you
could
can pull the
pick
chest
up.
out. The problem is the flower will still detonate with you, but it's just whether or not you make the save.
Yeah, okay.
Is anyone?
Can I take a shot at the flower with my crossbow?
Absolutely, you can take a shot at the flower. Yeah, give some attack.
It's not going to blow up during the day.
I'll devise a stratagem first.
Next door's
With the bonus.
Okay.
And that'll be a 21.
21, absolutely. You line up your crossbow,
If they're pulled
shot
close, I
directly
will not
into the
crop.
flower, and you then all hear going through the tunnel as this flower shrieks out and detonates. None of you are within close enough to take damage, but the sound echoes through the corridors.
That was the end of the flower.
That was the end of the flower. Yeah, they don't have many hit points.
Goody.
Cool.
Okay, is anyone going to start walking towards the chest?
Oh,
Yeah, I
yeah,
will.
do your trap thing.
Yeah, I'll be looking for
Immediately, I'm going to try and stop you.
Why?
I'll grab your tailcoat like I did that time previously, and you told me not to touch you, but I'm going to do it again. And I say to you, we were told not to disturb anything down here. You can't go looting the corpses of the dead.
I'm not looting, I'm investigating.
I touched the pen.
Do not take me for some
Yeah,
common
something
thief.
Is any of us
I'm
rogues?
No one's a rogue, which is a shame. Rogues are all fun and fun.
Well, actually, I bought a I just bought a robe thing.
To go with your earplugs.
What is it? That's basically my armor now. Where are we? Where's the fourth one? Oh, it's in beyond defense. Yeah, an armored cloak.
An armored cloak.
Yeah,
Nice.
'cause I feel like that fits the theme, and it still gets me some AC.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, cool. Okay, so yeah, I'll keep going towards the thing.
Mordred will kind of loosen it and just say, "Don't take anything." Okay.
Only if it's necessary for the investigation.
Okay.
Um,
I'll keep a close eye on him if I can.
I'll have a look at the chest and I guess check for traps.
What's this trap thing you said you've got?
Yeah, so that's trap finder, the class feat.
The class feat?
Yeah.
I have your class feats as...
Yeah, well, I made this from scratch again.
Okay,
So
you
there's
switched
a
up.
few things
Okay,
that are
that's all
different.
good. I'll get you to sync it later, if you can, at the end of the session.
So I have an intuitive sense that alerts you to the danger and
blah
presence
blah
of
blah,
traps.
plus
Yeah,
one
plus
bonus, blah blah blah, blah blah blah, blah blah blah. Circumstance credits increases to 2 when you get legend rank. Wonderful, cool. You stop plus 1 to trap checks.
Yeah.
Yeah, go for it. Give us a perception check. You can add 1 to find traps.
Perception. So that is 21.
21. You look over, you look at this lock. You reckon. Let me just check. Do you see your own point? Yep. You're trained with. Sorry.
Sure you should.
You look over. You reckon. You see the lock on this chest is quite large, unusually large. There's quite a huge square below it. You reckon there's a poison needle in there that will potentially prick you when you try to pick the lock.
Oh, okay.
With a 21, did you say you got?
21.
You don't know how difficult it is to disable, but you know you could disable it with a stealth or a thievery check.
Okay.
Sorry, with a thievery check.
Yeah. I believe I just bought a thievery kit as well.
You'll need to be trained at least in thievery.
I am trained in thievery.
Wonderful. You're all good then.
Yeah, so I got a. There's a +1 item bonus to check pick locks and disable devices. Cool. I bought the expensive one, the infiltrator one. So that'll be +5. I'll have a crack at it.
There you go.
Oh Jesus! Let's
Fair
use
point,
a hero
fair
point.
point.
Okay, so that is a 24.
24. You go in. You disable the trap.
Nice. Okay, so now should I pick the lock and it's
Yep.
a different check?
So you disable the trap, but the lock is still holding. If anyone would like to help them, they can if they're trained.
No.
That's also a thing. Check.
No!
Not even.
I got a 10.
10. I'm afraid that does not do the trick.
Anyone else want to have a crack at this?
Nope. Maybe we should leave the belongings of the dead to the dead.
Well, if you give me an insight check, which doesn't exist in this system, give me a religion check.
No.
Number?
In total,
Mhm.
11.
11, thank you. In matters by how much you fail for these sorts of things. You continue believing that this is definitely owned by the dead.
Yeah,
The
dead
definitely
keep
should
it.
be taken.
So is this just a chest, or is this associated with a grave, or is it?
So you notice that this reliquary
Yeah.
doesn't have any graves in it. There's no dead assumed. This chest is quite large.
Yeah.
It's unclear exactly what it is. You could make a religion check.
Okay. Does it have any religious markings? Does it?
That's the sort of thing a
religion check would tell
Or you
me.
can do a perception check if you like first. Just to get
They're about the
to
same.
your bonus.
17 on the dice plus 8, so 25.
25, absolutely. This chest is actually an offering to the Reaper. There would have been treasures put in this a long time ago for anyone who came down here on the Reaper's business. So this is for you. You're down here on the Reaper's business.
I put my hand on Mordred's shoulder and go, it's not technically for like the dead bone people. This is for us. So this would be a traditional offering For those down here on the Reaper's business, maybe this is an area of religion you know less about, it being entirely due to dead people and all. But essentially, I don't think there would be any harm in taking things from this. This.
Absolutely.
Can I have another crack at it then? Or?
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, knowing that, then I will guide this victory.
Wonderful. So you have one extra.
Okay, so that'll be a 16.
16, you get half the way there. It's another thievery check so you can finish it off. The way picking locks works in Pathfinder is you need to hit a certain number of checks to unlock them.
And that's at 25.
Absolutely works. So this lock is a poor lock. You need 2 DC 16 checks. A safe vault, I think you need 5 DC 45 checks. So picking that is...
Well, that's when we tried to do the vault.
Yeah.
No.
So
That's why I got the thievery
So-
check.
so
I'm a
that's why
thievery
you
kid and
couldn't do the
everything.
vault.
But
It
that was, even with that, that's still would have
Picking locks without an effort is somewhat challenging.
Yeah.
Even you'd struggle to do that. 45,
Well,
5 times.
Pathfinder,
Yes.
you're adding the levels. So a high-level rogue can hit 50s and 60s for
Oh, okay,
checks. Especially if they've got feet to pick locks better. But anyway, you hit those 2 checks, you open that up, you see quite a bit of loot inside here. The smaller ones, the smaller stuff, you see 9 silver pieces.
Okay.
There is a rock of a deep green colour that someone can identify with a survival check if they want to. Or is nature a thing in this system?
Who's got
Yeah.
high survival?
Or nature, sorry,
Plus
nature
8.
check.
I've
Yeah.
got +5.
Nature
I
check.
got
So
plus
not
6.
survival.
I got
Plus
+8.
8.
Plus 6
Nature.
nature.
Plus 8. I'll help you.
I'll help as well.
And I
So
got
help,
a,
you need to do a check yourselves and give a survival check.
24
a
is
21
a
on survival.
base check.
21,
16.
add 1 to that, add 2 to that,
25, 26,
add
27.
27. Incredible. This rock is turquoise.
It's
It's
turquoise.
turquoise. It's worth 5 silver pieces, or it is a component.
Don't
of
sound so
compass.
excited. Just
It's worth about 5 silver pieces. It doesn't work for any of my
With the
spells.
27, you can determine the
Sure, this is
geological
just
age.
one
of
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much.
you can
Um,
determine.
This
the
has been
location.
down here for many years. It's not quite jewelry quality. It would be spell grade, I
Good,
suppose.
it's good to hold the paper on your desk down.
The other 2
Yeah.
things in here look considerably
Thanks.
more valuable. There is a small glass vial, the top stylized with wings, in what appears to be a silver liquid with mayflies, dead but frozen. The other is a large silver whip.
Is it tarnished or is it silver?
Oh no,
Like,
this is silver. It glistens.
I'm
and
interested in
sparkles.
the dead
You see a number
mayflies.
of runes carved into the bottom, and I will say the spellcasters, and you get just a kind of whiff of magic.
What's the dead mayflies?
Give us a. What's the skill check to identify this? I believe it's a crafting check to identify
don't think
potions
I'm
and shit.
gonna do the silver whip.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's
crafting
for
check.
like
Yeah.
being
Not my
abusive
strong
to
suit.
werewolves, and like I'm kind of a werewolf myself.
No idea. 5.
5. You believe it to be a potion. With a 5.
I think-
What sort of check? What sort
I'll
of
let-
check are we doing with the
Potion
sorry?
craft.
I'll let you
Crafting.
use Arcana probably for this as well.
Can I check out the whip?
Yeah, for sure. Give us a crafting check or a perception check. We'll do as well.
I got a 19
I'll do a
for an
crafting
arcana
check.
on
You
the
know
potion.
exactly what this is. You've made these potions before. This is what's called a mutagen, which means you take it and it affects your body for a while, Witcher style.
Yeah.
This is a quicksilver mutagen. Taking this will give you a +1 check to acrobatics, stealth, and thievery checks, reflex save, dexterity attack rolls, and increase your speed by 5 foot.
Is it a standard item?
It is a standard item. So if you search quicksilver mutagen, lesser, is the variety.
In saying that,
Was it
this,
last
this,
like a
po-
day?
this potion's probably better with somebody who's going to be more combative. Yeah.
This would stack very well with your build.
So take the mutagen thing.
The drawback, however, for it is that you do take damage equal to double your level, and you can't recover those hit points until it ends. So you take a little bit of
And
damage.
how long does it
Yeah.
last for? 24 hours.
1 minute.
1 minute. Oh, okay.
So this is a thing you pop in combat to move faster, attack better, hit.
Is this the mutagenic renovated?
Nope. Quicksilver mutagen. It'll probably be magic items, I think. Or it might be alchemy items.
Temporary power.
Temporary power, exactly.
I'm guessing an 8 to identify the whip.
An 8, you identify it as silver. And mechanically, it's a scourge is the item, or a cat o' nine tails.
What's it called?
Quicksilver
Yeah.
mutagen. You just search Quicksilver.
I mean, anyone else can
one
call
word.
checks on it. Mordred just looks it over. And he's
One
like,
word for Quicksilver.
Strange.
Oh, it's a crafting check,
Have a
isn't it?
look in-
Well,
I rolled terrible.
Where you
I got a
put the
plus.
items?
I got a plus 9 for crafting.
Gear. Gear. I don't know. It should just be there.
What is that?
18.
That's pretty good.
Well, try just mutagen then.
18 on the crafting check on the whip.
18 will do that. This has 3 runes attached to it. So runes in Pathfinder are how magic items work. You can remove a rune from one item and put it on
Yeah.
so the 3 runes this thing has is +1,
Mhm.
which exactly what it sounds like, gives you +1 to attack,
+1 striking.
rolls, and damage, +1 striking rune. Hang on, let me check that's a striking rune, because that's something else. No, just, +1. +1 striking rune. It is silver, which has some mechanical stuff.
Werewolves.
You'd know, not so much werewolves. Silver. Silver weakness, I think, is devils and werewolves. Sorry, is silver.
Yep.
And you also know the third one is that it is authorized, meaning it only works for certain people. You realise that if you grab this and it's not your weapon, you will take a bit of damage.
That's cool.
Well, but hang on, does that mean it's just never going to be for me, or does it mean that it has to attune to it or something like that?
Yeah, pretty much. You have to. You can readjust how this works, so you can make it work.
Can I pick it up in my skirt
Yeah, for
and
sure.
then put it in my bag or something?
Absolutely, you get it. And the other thing you can do is if you stop here for 10 minutes, you can take some of those runes off and put them on any of your weapons.
Right.
So anyone here can have silver their weapon and give it +1, or can authorize one if you wanted to.
Wow.
I would love to authorize my weapon.
What is authorizing first?
So authorize means if anyone other than you tries to use it, they take a D8
Awesome.
plus a D4.
Still can't find them.
So
That's so odd.
I'm happy to give up that if you want to.
I mean, are you going to use
I think I can wield a whip on
Yeah, I'll send you a picture of it.
It's pull it 3 times my body weight.
You should give the silver thing to Merida.
I'll put a description.
Alright, well,
Or unless Big B wants to take a silver weapon, but somehow I feel like that's
Yeah, it seems to be
Probably considered bad form.
alright everybody, help yourself to the runes.
Yeah, so the +1 probably works best for one of the melee fighters.
probably Big B.
Or the big B would work well as well. And then authorized and silver. Whoever.
I just want to authorize card. That sounds fun.
Cool. You want the authorized one?
Yeah.
Big B, do you want the +1 or the silver?
I'll take the +1.
So instead you can take the mutagen and the silver. So if you go into Path Builder, I'll show you all how to do this.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Path Builder runs all of their weapons this way, so you just go to your
My
weapons.
path builder is being really slow and laggy right now, so
And then when you go to your weapon, if you go options on a weapon, you get all the stuff here. Ignore all of this.
let me just go to the runes.
Oh,
The thing
Yeah.
that's
did
meant
I-
to
Yeah.
Oh yeah, sorry, runes not options. And then you can find the correct one. So authorized, that sort of thing. I believe strike.
Oh, actually, sharp needles impale anyone who attempts to wield this other than its rightful owner. Mordred absolutely does not take that.
No.
He doesn't want people to get hurt trying to pick up his sword.
Totally fair.
Yeah.
Uh,
So someone else can take that if they want.
what was I looking for again? Silvered?
Yep.
Yeah, alright, I might authorize my staff of fire.
That's
Yeah, absolutely.
If that's okay.
Why am I struggling here? This is different to how it looks.
How do I do so?
Sorry, I looked at this when I wrote this stuff. But I didn't.
Cool, that's fun.
Weapon potency.
I think it's just. I think you just do the weapon bonus for the +1.
I can't find silver.
What's she looking for? What's she looking for?
Silver.
There we go.
Silver what?
Rings.
Oh, right.
I guess you can just make a note of it for now. And...
It's in it's in options, material.
Yeah, that's where silver is. So yeah.
Yeah.
Options, material.
Options, material, silver.
Yeah, I knew we were going to options for a
And
reason.
it has to be on a melee weapon.
I think you can put it on an arrow, but then you'd have to go pick up that same arrow.
Yeah, you can put it on a singular
I'll put it on
arrow,
a
but
dagger then.
probably best put it on a dagger.
By the way, with arrows, are we able to just pick up our arrows if we've
Yeah,
got time?
absolutely. I'm not
Yeah.
going to bother trying ammunition.
Low grade, standard grade,
Low grade, not that matters too much for weapons. It's more for its shields and stuff.
and it's give, isn't it? Not buy. Give, not buy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Does anyone want to unrune quick?
Oh, actually, no. Totally.
So while that happens, you also have 10 minutes to use any of your class abilities that work over that. I don't know if anyone has anything, but a lot of stuff in Pathfinder is treat wounds, for example, as well.
Tweet wounds.
Tweet wounds, treat wounds.
Definitely putting on that one's head.
How much did that heal?
You make the check.
Oh, yeah.
You got the rules for that there?
Yeah, I do.
It's a bit of a long one.
So the only one who's been harmed is me and Merida, right?
Correct.
I will make the check. Finally, good roll, which will be a 21.
Big B, what did you put the +1 striking word on?
I put it on my new weapon that I've just added,
Oh, wonderful.
which is a sword cane.
Oh, fantastic. Very,
That's
very
so fun.
But I don't want anyone else to know that I've got this sword cane.
I don't
want
I just want to like have it as just a cane and then it somehow
To make up for your old injury you got from the Afghanistan war.
The
Now
pigs.
8 points.
The pig. Absolutely. Pardon me.
I was going to put it on the lion size, but I really like the sword cane, so I'm like, that'll be cool.
It's very
Where did you get it? Did you buy that when you went shopping? I like it.
I bought so much cool shit. Because we actually got we got paid a bit of money over the
You
last
did.
couple of things, so.
Wonderful. Beyond that, we'll do wandering next on some
Caltrops.
narrative for the big fun. Everyone good with that item stuff?
Oh no, they are.
Move on.
Yeah, I just
I've
can't
got a
find
ruler.
A ruler.
the version, but I put it on
Okay,
there.
Victorian era school teacher.
Cool. I'll keep an eye out for that.
We've got playing cards in case we get bored.
It's got all the other mutagens. It just doesn't have the
Quicksilver.
Quicksilver one.
So I can put a fake mustache on
That's odd.
in a wig.
You
'Cause,
go
like, that is
through.
something that Sherlock
You
Holmes
find
does
this
all the time.
room inside a room,
I've
basically.
got a timepiece.
There's
I've got a
no
steel watch
enemies
as well.
you can see.
Or here. Can
Are
you
you
hear
the
them?
Benedict
Make a
Cumberbatch
perception check.
Sherlock, or
Yeah,
are you
it is.
Robbie Downey Jr. Sherlock?
Well, I haven't seen much of that.
Perception. 12 plus 7, 19.
19, you don't. Shall we check real quick?
It's been really lagging.
No, you don't. You don't see it. You don't hear.
Can I cast detect
Just I
magic?
think we're pretty much
Yeah,
just
sure.
going to go for it. I was going to do it.
That's what I did.
Which is a 30-foot emanation.
Yeah, it's a hidden better. It's a unique character too. So we've not had a character like this. So.
Seems to.
Seems to, yeah. It doesn't say
You find that inside, I'm just moving narrative for light reasons, you see that there's this sort of, in here there is definitely magic.
definitely magic.
Definitely magic. There was once a door to this room, it's long lost.
Okay. I'll say that to Merida.
You are at that?
Yeah, it's not in hers. It's definitely in mine. Is
Yeah.
it in the new stuff?
It should be, I don't know why it wouldn't be.
No. Is it one of
Maybe
the
she hasn't updated
new?
that or something.
Yeah, is it in the new?
Yeah, you're in the new stuff.
Yeah, no, it's
I have no idea why that would be
my
the case.
because my list of mutagens is way longer than yours.
That's really odd.
It's,
Oh, well.
It's not a
Like, you don't need to have any other requirements for the.
No, I don't think so. I'll add it, and then I
That's
can
okay.
just send it to you if you want it, because I'm not going to use it. I'm mutated enough, but I'll carry it for now, primarily because it's got dead flies in it.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I quite like it.
No, so you sense magic is definitely in this small room here.
Yep.
Mordred, I'm assuming you head in there to take a look?
Yeah.
Anyone else want to go into this small room?
I will.
Or otherwise you've got a door to the north here and a door to the south. Or an archway, I suppose.
I will say to people, there's something magical in this room.
Oh, do you want me to go in and do detect magic, or have you done that?
I did that to detect that there was something in this room.
Okay.
I'll give you the details in a moment. Blah 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 blah. She's you learn the rank of the spell. I don't think you learn the type of magic.
Can I use Sharp
I'll send
to
you
like
the link.
start ahead?
Absolutely, Sean can scout ahead. Yeah, Sean has hit points and can die, but Sean can scout ahead.
But is Sean, I assume, is relatively...
Oh, sorry. Die is probably the wrong word there. Sean can be like discorporated, and then you can revive them. And I think it's a 10-minute ritual.
But like, because it's a small cat,
Mhm.
I should imagine that... Well, it doesn't have stats, but I'd imagine it's
It
fairly...
does indeed have stats.
It does?
Yeah, they're pretty
Oh,
stealthy.
stat block.
Yeah.
Hang on, no.
They've got a +7 to stealth, so they're pretty stealthy.
Alright, I might send Sean down to the way to the south. Or to
Yeah, for
the
sure.
bottom.
So Sean's going to take a look south. Where's
And I
it?
can see what Sean can see.
I believe so. Yes.
Or get a general idea. Or...
Yeah, you certainly have an awareness. I think you have an empathic connection, so you'll know if there's danger.
Okay, so it was something to do with my settings.
Okay. Did you find it now?
Yeah.
Oh, lovely.
Oh, cool. Okay, I'll get
so,
rid of mine.
I didn't have anything on
Wonderful.
TikTok settings.
Bigby and Drizella, where would you like to go? You know, this room has magic in it. We're about to resolve that. There's
Okay.
a passageway to the north and a passageway to the south.
I'll go to the south.
You want to check out the south as well?
That's where Sean
Because I
goes.
had
That's where
to
Sean's
have
going.
any
And
of
what about you,
the
Drizella?
top remastered ticked.
I'll at least go and look through the door to the north, or the gap to the north.
Wonderful. And what does it keep doing that? And Merida, where would you like to go?
Different groups at the same time.
Well, possibly, but at least we're not all together in a big club.
I'll go with Mordred.
Go with Mordred into the room?
Yeah.
Wonderful.
We're in easy pick-offing range instead.
Sibylla, Mordred, and Merida will do you three first. You head into this room and you see trays and trays of large glass jars filled with some sort of liquid, inside of which are heads. Mostly human, but there's a few that aren't. You see underneath each of them is a metal nameplate that looks like the names engraved of who these people were.
Isn't that a Futurama?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
I didn't think of it until you mentioned it. I was
They
like,
very much don't look like they'll be talking. Anyone wants to give me a perception check so you can read the names, if you want to.
Absolutely. 14.
14,
21.
21,
19 plus 7.
so 26. With the lower result there, you can't really pick out a lot of the names, but you do realize that most of them that you can see start with D.
D. Oh.
You recognise the name did all start with D. None of them, you pick out a human head from quite a while ago that is labelled Dean Maricosa. With the 26,
What?
not only do you recognise the various names and that sort of thing, you recognise the same list of names within a plaque outside the Dean's office back at the university. These are the old heads of the Erzatz University.
I'd
Heads of the
communicate that
universe.
with-
Yeah.
These are the old
Yeah.
Didn't
That's
even need
funny.
that one.
You
Um,
sure? Are you sure you didn't mean it?
I
Claim
promise I
it,
did.
Galen, claim it. Did we met Dean Maricosa?
You
Yeah.
did meet
yeah.
Dean Maricosa.
So does
they
the
were a
head look-
dragonborn woman.
Does the head look like Dean
This is a
Maricosa?
human man with a beard. Looks
Oh.
completely different.
So there's an imposter.
Didn't even try hard.
Oh wait, no,
you
we're not
see-
in the same time, so the changeling.
You see at the bottom of all these heads is a large, solid steel chest, almost like a glory box.
Each
What-
one has their own, or just there's one?
There's one box in the base.
Where
section.
does-
So you've got all the heads on shelves around the outsides here, and then you've got the box kind of
Where
here,
does the magic seem to be
inside the box.
inside the box?
What's in the book?
Can I look at the head of Dean Maricosa? Does it look more fresh than the others, or something?
Ooh, give me a grizzly medicine check,
Grizzly
I think. Or survival. I'll let you use it.
Medicine. Oh, finally! Okay. That's a nat 20 for 28.
28.
38. Okay.
This head of Dean Maricosa is very old.
Yeah.
One of the older ones. As you're trying to guess, you see the eyes of the head just move a little and look into yours. As all of the heads begin to turn, and you see they are under an water, but their mouths open as if they're swimming, and the glass lids on all the jars start to vibrate. I'm going to get you three to roll. In fact, everyone can roll initiative. You can roll.
And back to normal.
13 for me.
Hold that for just a second, sir.
Sorry.
Good.
Oh, God.
What's your initiative?
25.
25. Mordred.
How long's it been
15.
since our last battle?
10 minutes.
10 minutes. Or 15 minutes.
Oh, fantastic. I can pursue the lady.
Drizella.
12.
12. Merida.
10.
10. And
13. I rolled a 13 and I'm the second highest.
wonderful. Oh, this is going to be interesting.
This is unusual.
The first act is the head. It's one of the heads. You three are in this room. Now that chest is on the ground. It is closed, but it's hard to tell if it's locked or anything like that. You see one of the heads gets to go. You see.
Is it the Dean Marcos one?
Yeah, it's Dean Maricosa. Dean Maricosa's lid falls off, smashes on the ground as the head floats out of the thing and just lurches through the air,
That's disgusting.
attempting to gnash at you. That is a 22 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Uh,
Actually, can I shield block?
If you have the shield block
As a
reaction feat, you can.
Yeah.
Cool. You use your action, you hold up your shield. That only does 4 damage, so
Yeah.
shield cancels that out entirely.
Mhm.
Cool. One move on that, and then goes for a second attack, which is only an 18, which I don't believe.
Yes, that doesn't.
You see just nash, does not hit.
Yeah.
Bigby, you to the south hear a bunch of glass smashing and commotion breaking up north. But what you see down here is this huge, big pit of what looks to be some kind of dirt or mud material, quite different to the stone floor with the rest of the dungeon house. And then through here a corridor that leads to presumably some other anteroom. What would you like to do?
I think if I hear the smashing, I'm going to run over to them.
I'm sure the mud is perfectly safe to walk on.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, very.
I don't have a really good swim feat, unfortunately.
You've got 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 foot gets you inside the room. You're going to be a little bit crowded here, but that's fine.
Okay.
That's one action.
Do you want
Well,
combat music again?
my next
Yeah.
action... Will these guys count as part of the lead? Subjects of the lead?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, cool. So then I will pull out my scythe as my second action. It'll be a free action to devise a stratagem.
Mhm.
I'll pick the one in that
Yep.
corner.
Go for it.
Actually, Merida can hit that one, so I'll go this one.
Wonderful. Good move.
And I will have a swing
Go for it.
with my scythe. And that'll be a 10 plus 7, 8. So 18 to hit.
That's a hit.
Cool, so that'll be D6.
You see, of the many, many heads in this room, it looks like about 6 are crawling out of their jars towards you.
So that's 9 slashing damage.
9 slashing. As this one flies through the air, you pull out your scythe and cleave it into his head.
Well done.
1, 2, 3 actions. Well done. 3 heads are all going to go. One against each of you except for Sedilla. You're not going to get targeted.
I'm too short.
All these things out there. Strike 6. Okay. Merida, how is a 14?
Misses.
Misses. Bigby 24
Yep, no, dude.
and 19 for Mordred.
Beats it, beats it.
Beats it. Wonderful. That is then 4 damage for Mordred and 4 damage for everyone else. That is them. They take another round of attacks. Miss on Merida, hit on Bigby, miss on what of yours is 18? 19 miss on you, and that is 2 damage on. Did I say Merida hit?
No, you missed me.
Who did I
Hit me.
Just 2 damage.
How are
That
you looking
is
health-wise?
the hit.
10 out of 16.
Mordred,
So I'm not-
that is you.
Not desperate.
These things look undead, correct?
Extremely. They are animated heads.
Okay, seeing that some of my friends have taken a little bit of damage,
Valid.
I'm going to use my 3 actions to cast a 3-action heal within a 30-foot range.
Nice.
Wonderful. That's a
You heal
will
us.
save?
I
Fortitude?
don't think it is a basic fortitude save.
Basic fortitude.
Yes, sorry.
That's all right. 4 to that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 4, heads or a bunch of fortitude saves. What's your... Oh, damn. What's your DC?
18.
One of them passes. One of them critically fails, the rest all fail.
Now, do I roll it all individually?
No, I think you just roll it once.
Oh, this is bad. It's gonna suck. 7.
Pretty good.
7,
That's me back to full health.
whatever damage to
It's
all of
yeah,
them.
7 positive damage for the skulls, and
Yeah.
7 plus something for your allies, I believe.
That's only when I've got my
Three-action heal?
catharsis. It's only that it does.
Oh, the
a bit.
3-action heal doesn't add something? It's just
Yeah, it's
oh,
kind
cool.
of
Um, that's
for the
fine.
2 actions.
You see 3 of the heads cease to damage, just drop on the floor. The one that passes, half of 7, so 3, and the one that critically fails fully explodes.
And everyone else just takes 7 healing.
And if you not count on you having an AoE, they're going to get undead. That's, well, a neat move. That is then Sibylla's turn.
I was doing it more to heal my allies, but hurting the.
He did a shitload of damage.
Well,
Yeah,
he's a
is
little-
Mordred surprised
He's
by
a
this?
little bit confused, yeah.
We're just like, I thought this was supposed to heal, not
You
kill.
see the glowing green light in the animated head's eyes just fades away. That same awful line.
I've rolled a shit one, so I'm gonna use a hero point,
Mhm.
and I'm gonna. What's the AC of the head?
15.
All right, so I hit it with a phase bolt.
Oh, nice.
So I'm going to, because I rolled 22,
Nice.
which means I do 3d4 damage to it.
Ouch.
That's piercing damage.
Mhm.
Ten damage.
10 damage. You shoot out this phase bolt and the head is destroyed. You see the remaining heads that still look to be screaming in their glass jars close their mouths and just seem to calm it. And just all face and watch you all standing in the snow. You see the small chest still down below there now with shards of glass and this horrible liquid that was in these glass jars.
So all these heads were just the head masters at the school.
Yeah,
It
the old-
wasn't
the old
any of
guys.
the other teachers.
No, just the old vice students. Looks to be about probably 30 of them, give or take.
Yeah, no, that's fine. It was.
And yet, Dean Mariposa's head is in there.
Yeah, that's. I was going on the trail
She's
of is
alive.
any other teachers kind of been replaced, sort of
Yeah.
thing. But if it's just the headmasters, then.
Can I, like, the plate, is it secured in any way, or would I be able to take that?
Yeah, you could probably jimmy it off with a crafting check.
I would help.
Yeah, give us a crafting check.
Actually, could I ask Sibylla to help with this?
Yeah, for sure.
A help action?
I got
Or
a dirty
rather,
20
I'd want
fail.
you to do it.
Oh yeah, for sure. So give us a craft.
I'd
Oh,
say
yeah, crafting
do you
check.
think you
Oh,
could
yeah, my
get this?
crafting's pretty good.
I got a 16.
What am I
16?
crafting?
So
You're
Wait,
trying
wait.
to pull the nameplate, Dean Maricosa's nameplate from
Oh,
under.
hopefully.
24.
24, 25, 26, absolutely. You get a little dagger or a little crafting tool and pull it off the two little, metal sticks that hold it there.
Yeah.
You have a little metal plate that says Dean Maricosa.
Mm-hmm.
And does this one also look old? Same age as the head?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, give me probably a crafting check to determine the age of.
I got the nat. Oh, wait, that's the most.
Can we do another crafting check?
If you want. I'll help you.
27.
Yeah. You both think that this looks to be about.
This place was forged in the year 1342 by a dwarf named Paul.
Yeah, absolutely. You actually see there's a little inscription on the back side that will be facing the wall that has a date, which puts it at around the year 205 of the 5th era, so about
Wow.
600 years ago.
That's pretty cool.
It's a
How
long
old
time
do
back.
Dragonborns live for usually?
Give me a survival check. Dragonborns are pretty rare.
That is a 23.
23. Dragonborns live a lot longer than most peoples. You've definitely heard of them living past, 500, 600, 700 years. I don't think with the 23 you know the upper limits of that.
Yeah.
You also know that mages do just tend to live longer than most other people. There's a reason that most of the wizards you meet are olds because they just keep living.
They don't get involved in melee.
Yeah, that also helps, in adventuring. They don't tend to stand near the giant swinging maces.
So, I'll tell the guys, while this is old, I know Dragonborns can live to about that age.
Yeah,
So she could have replaced them 600 years ago.
But who does that make her? If this was Dean Maricosa.
I don't know.
give me a raw intelligence check.
Hang on.
Anyone who wants to.
Is there a dean on the chart list of deans? Was there 2 Dean Maricosas? Is it Dean Maricosa the second?
18 for me.
With that incredible perception check, 8 is not me. You realise that just based on the age, this is not like the second to newest head or anything like that. There would have been other deans between this Dean Maricosa and the Dean Maricosa that you used.
Maybe.
maybe they're
It's like
related.
James Bond, and they just take on Dean Maricosa whenever they can get the job.
Maybe it's a family name.
Yeah, maybe there's just
Could
2
be
people.
related in some
2
way.
people could
Mordred
be
doesn't
married.
know
It's a
how
human
naming
and a
conventions
dragonborn.
work,
I don't know.
so-
I don't know if that's unless it's by marriage.
You Glade
Yeah.
folk have weird naming conventions.
Yeah, maybe Maricosa is like Smith or something.
Yeah, smitten.
There's also a large box in there that has magic.
Large box with magic.
Large
Ah.
box with magic.
Oh yes, you're the. Can you get?
Shall I have a look for traps again?
Yes,
Yeah,
please
if you
do.
like.
Look for traps. That's not a good one. Okay, so what am I doing again? +2. So
Yes, don't disturb
that'll
the dead,
be-
but we just can't help ourselves when there's a lockbox.
11.
11.
Hey, the lock spot isn't disturbing the dead, is it?
You don't seem to think there are any traps with 11.
Okay, I'll have a crack at picking the lock again, I guess.
It doesn't seem locked.
Oh, okay. I'll open it up.
At this point, it occurs to you that the while there was an archway here, it looks like rather than a door that would have been at the front, there seems to be just what's left of rotten wooden panels. You think this might have been something of a hidden room
Oh,
with
okay.
some of those perception checks you did earlier on the heads.
Mhm.
You don't think this is necessarily something to do with the dead in the rest of the tomb, if that makes sense. And as you open up this box, you see that there's a number of things in here. These are all standard items. You see there is a librarian staff.
Ooh.
Which,
Sorry.
You can
not to
totally
be
have
a stereotype.
give her the librarian stick.
Who doesn't need a librarian stuff?
No, Brianna needs
Yeah,
it.
Brianna needs a librarian staff. I don't know what a librarian staff actually is, but Brianna
I'm gonna
clearly
have to
needs
find
one for
and
her. Yeah,
get at that for
Yeah.
for this.
Yeah, so what I meant to say is there's a staff, and you don't know exactly what it is.
for librarians. It's clearly a librarian's
No,
task.
there's a staff.
It's
that
just
looks to
used
be
for
a,
like pushing ladders across
eyeglass.
the bookshelves.
There's a small shard
Hitting
of
unruly
paper,
children and nature
or there's a small
While
object
you're up on the
wrapped
top of the
in
ladder and you
paper,
can't reach it.
that looks to be important. And there's a small, what looks to be a leather-bound journal. It's quite old as well.
Nice.
Who's checking out?
It's a clue. I'm checking it out for sure.
Checking out the
An object.
Is it a journal?
the journal?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Totally
I want
making
clues.
Can I check the thing wrapped in paper?
Well,
Yeah, for sure.
You want to check the staff?
Anyone have
See
any
what
like
the
this stuff?
staff kind of.
As
Send
you unfold the piece of paper, there is a small, about probably 3 centimeter by about 5 centimeter, what looks to be a broken shard of a mirror, wrapped in this paper. And you see on the paper is this symbol on the thing here of this owl with this strange shape, and written on the piece of paper is Dean Stolas. We leave this in your capable hands. And the letters OXI.
Did you get Stolas and Holiday?
No.
Stolen.
Would I-
now realize that
Would I recognize this symbol at all?
enemy wants you can give me a check on the symbol.
Is this a
That's
herald?
probably the that's I
Absolutely
think that's
heraldry check.
the major's thing. Isn't it?
Religion check
Yeah,
will also
and-
tell you something.
Is that like?
and
Does that look anything like the owl we were drawing on the
Yes.
wall earlier?
It does indeed look like
Yeah.
the owl you were drawing earlier.
Occultism.
25.
You recognise occultism. You could do, yeah. You
18.
recognise that is the symbol of the Magus. That owl's
Fuck,
head.
I've rolled about
Okay, so yeah, I knew
25.
That is exactly the symbol that Eldmit made on the wall.
Mhm. Flawless.
Very
Crit.
On
flawless.
occultism.
Crit on occultism. You know that. You know
29.
not
Looks
only
a bit like
what this is,
this.
You know
31.
what exactly this is.
Ooh.
29.
Jesse.
Got
Oh,
27.
is that, is
This
it,
is
what does a
on-
crit get you
on,
plus? What?
Shadow,
heraldry.
shadow animal.
So 39.
Heraldry. You would recognise this. You probably
See?
don't know who they are. You would have seen this on very old books in if your family kept a
Rock
library or
Do you
even
have a
that,
name
or-
for the
Even the
The hand,
village
yeah.
maybe has
My
it
hand.
covered.
Yeah.
the witch
Eldmit.
wouldn't have
Eldmit.
had
No,
it.
she doesn't
Yeah.
have them.
This you
Like an
recognise
eldritch
this
horror,
symbol
but
to
in-
represent
with a
a
mitten.
group called the Order of the 11th Eye. And you also with that 39 put
is
together the
cool.
OXIE, O for Order, XI for
Order
11.
of the 11th.
that's clever.
Oxy.
The Order of the 11th Eye look after many old items. You said occultism was the check you did?
Correct.
Wonderful. You remember that one of the items you've been commissioned to get from the Glade by Memphis is a Staff of Enchantment, which Dean Maricosa mentioned was one of the lost Staves of Power. The Order of the 11th Eye look after the Staves of Power. They appointed themselves as the guardians of them a long time ago.
Could we see the librarian stuff we have is indeed that item?
You certainly can give me either a occultism check or an identify item check. This piece of paper, however, seems to be this is wrapped around a shard of a mirror.
Okay.
Give me another occultism check on the mirror if you'd like, or on the staff.
So
Right.
it's, there was 22 for occultism.
22 on occultism on the staff.
I guess that was the first thing I did, yeah.
Cool.
I haven't done the second one yet.
No need to help with the staff. 22 will do it, but you can help with the mirror. You identify that as a librarian staff, not one of the staves of power. A decent item in and of itself. Librarian staff, you can look it up in your thing, but basically it does. It can store any number of books in it, the knowledge from those books.
I tried to Google image it and it just pulled up lots of people that work at libraries.
No, put
Sorry, stop.
Pathfinder 2E on the end.
It
of
also
the
lets you
Google.
cast
And the pictures are
approximate,
amazing.
Read aura, pocket library, quick sort, share lore, comprehend languages, and timely tutor. It's a bunch of
Share.
information, lore,
Nice.
knowledge spells.
That's cool.
Amanita would eat this up.
Who would be a good person to carry this stuff?
Anyone who's a spellcaster can use a staff, so it's pretty much going to be one of either Drizella,
Do you have a staff, Drizella?
Mordred.
Oh,
or-
Drizella's not even in the room.
Oh, no, but
I
do you
think you'll
have-
find.
Do you carry
Mordred,
a staff?
Drizella isn't different. We'll come to what
So the
Drizella's.
staffs were too big for you.
I've got a staff anyway. So
Oh, I love that. That's a great picture. Absolutely. There's wooden stuff, lots of paper wrapped around it, and this crystalline device at the top that seems to be used in the casting.
That's the
shard-
archives of Nethys. description of the library store picture.
Occultism check on the shard of glass.
Yeah.
And that one people.
Oh,
23.
23
And what does that help
plus
give me?
17.
plus 17, so that is plus 1, so 18. Sorry,
This was
24.
for occultism.
Occultism, yeah.
18.
18, so 25. With a 25, if I get to your level 9. With a 25, you know that this is powerfully magical. Though it's not immediately obvious what it does, you understand that it's very old, and so with the 29, if this was up to a level 9 item, you'd know what it is. You can't identify it. This is quite powerful. Let me see something real quick.
Not wrap it until later.
You know that there are a lot of powerful magic mirrors in the world, and you know that the Order of the 11th Eye, from what that picture before, you know they tend to collect powerful magic mirrors. Give me a society check. See if you know something.
17.
17. You're not quite sure what this is. You definitely feel like, though, if you looked more into the Order of the 11th Eye, you could probably work out what this might be about. While you're looking at this as a bit of a mirror, you see yourself, obviously. Can you give me a will save?
Ooh.
21.
You, just for a moment, think you see a face kind of just behind yours. But it's only there for the amount of time it takes you to blink, and that's gone.
Mm-hmm. Could I determine any features of the face?
Do a perception check. I'll say without any check at all, it looks humanish.
12.
12, vaguely human, kind of dark hair, maybe a woman.
Mm-hmm.
But hard to tell for sure.
Fair enough. I'm going to wrap up the shard of mirror or whatever it is and just tuck it away.
Yeah, for sure. You do exactly that. It is just about 10 o'clock. Rose, do you want to wrap up now? Or
No, we can go till 10:30.
Cool.
Was there anything in the journal other than that page?
Oh yeah, the journal. You open the journal. You see it's from Dean Walters, who is chronicling the death of Dean Stolus. Stolus being
The one.
the name that was addressed on a piece of paper.
Yeah.
You see that it says that they found these personal effects on Dean Stolus, and they were unsure of the significance of them or why the Dean had them. It's not. In fact, give me probably a society check as you're reading through this. Anyone can help if you want to.
Society.
You didn't get less than a 10, did you?
Yeah, it did.
That's actively hindrance, so -1.
27.
That's a crit success, so +2.
It's okay, I balanced out your -1.
20, 30, 20.
20, so plus 2.
Okay. So +2, +2, -1,
plus- yeah.
+3.
So plus
Okay.
no, +1, +2, -1. So
Yeah,
+2.
okay.
On top of whatever you rolled.
19.
19. With a 19, it's not explicitly said, but this is the way that Dean Walters writes about the item and finding it. It's clear they found them hidden somewhere at the Dean's personal effects. It seems almost like there's a hint of shame or embarrassment that the Dean had this. Again, it's not explicit, but it just seems like they very clearly
It's kinda
hid this
hinted
down
towards-
here for a reason.
Oh, okay. Like Dean's not for Dean's holes, though.
Yeah, when Walters found this after
So this
the death
is
of Saul,
Walter's journal.
This is Walter's journal chronicling, it starts with, 2 days ago, our beloved Dean Stolas died tragically. I am soon to take place as the next Dean. Part of that is, I've been going through my office and the effects of the previous Dean, blah, blah, blah. Among their effects, I found this rather strange and bizarre object. They described the mirror attached there, saying that the Dean had it hidden with the librarian staff.
Is there anything else we've been able to identify from the mirror other than it was just non-mirror?
No, it seems like a powerful magical item, although the exact abilities are hard to say.
Can I just ask a question?
Mhm.
I think it was Dean Maricosa who was telling us about the Staffs of Power previously.
Yep.
So if we want more information on this whole thing, we should probably... She would be a good protocol based on what we know.
She seemed like she didn't know a ton about them. She
Okay.
almost spoke about them as illusions.
Right.
She certainly didn't seem to be saying, oh no, yes, these are certainly things that exist. She said, when she was talking about the enchantment stuff, she kind of said, oh, some people think it's one of the old fabled staffs of power, but didn't seem to know a whole lot about it. You definitely could talk to her, though. She's probably one of the most knowledgeable people in a hell of a long way.
How big's this mirror?
It's probably about yay long by yay wide, and a thin chip of it. It's not a hollow, it's just a shard.
Oh, so it's just a shard.
Yeah.
So
Big
it's a
enough to
part
hold
of the
comfort.
mirror on the wall that we ask who's the hottest chick of the mirror.
As you're putting the mirror away, you can ask it anything you want.
Oh yes, I totally will. Okay. Oh, what should I ask it? Mirror, mirror on the wall. Who's the best detective of them all?
Give me a will save, please.
Oh.
It's cold. Should take them cocked. Will save. That'll be a 13.
13. You look into your reflection in the mirror and you see your eyes begin to bleed.
Ooh.
Blood goes down your face. And you open your mouth and see your own reflection start to mouth words that you can't hear.
Okay.
Give me a deception check to see if you can make out what you're mouthing.
17. Oh wait, sorry, 19.
19. You see your reflection mouthing. For all your skill, you will never save what matters.
Oh.
Brutal.
Don't like you, mirror.
Don't think the mirror likes you either.
Brutal.
Do we want anything else to do with the mirror, or are we wrapping it up?
Yeah. Wrap it up and put it away. This thing's dark.
As you pass the
So
mirror to
brutal.
Scylla to wrap up Bigby, you nick yourself with it
Oh,
and take 3 points of slashing damage.
Oh, that's not too bad.
Yeah, you say that. It's eating into your soul through your finger. Yeah, right.
Can I have a will
Don't-
save, please?
Yeah,
Oh,
don't prick yourself on objects. Seriously.
Oh, lovely. That's a nat 1.
Oh my
That's a crit fail.
god.
Uh,
Oh, no.
Your
You're
maximum hit points are reduced by 3.
Ooh.
you know, in Harry Potter, he kept nicking his finger on the mirror when he was reaching into the back.
Yeah, I think so. That will last until you take a rest, by the way. So not permanent.
How do I change that?
There's a way to do it. I don't know off the top of my head.
I do. Just be able to go to the health bar. You click on the health bar, and then your hit point max there.
Yeah, that's the current hit points, not max hit points. Because it's at 13 already, which because I just took the 3 before. So yeah, that's not it.
You sure?
Yeah, because if I set it at 13, that's what it's already at.
Yeah, that just adjusts your current hit points.
Add condition.
Yeah, that's alright. Don't stress about it too much.
Yeah,
Can
it's all good.
I think
I don't want to do anything else while you're in this.
Oh.
treat
I was
wounds
supposed
is
to have
10
one.
minutes.
Correct.
But can I check his wound just to see if there's any like signs of
Yeah,
infection?
sure, that's just an action. Give us a medicine
Yeah.
check.
14?
You need that feat where you can take 10 on something.
Yeah, I do.
14 is still enough. It's immediately apparent this, like, what should have been a small little cut on your finger from a mirror, he looks more like you've been stabbed with a dagger.
Yeah.
It's quite a lot worse. It almost looks like just after it started spreading, the wound growing large.
I'll say to Bigby, I'll kill you once this is all over, but now keep this safe, and can I wrap it in some rags or something just to stop it?
Don't give him my librarian stuff. He'll get a staph infection.
You see as you wrap it in rags, a rip appears in the rags over where the cut is.
That's so cool.
This could be bad.
Drizella,
Mm.
up the top,
Mm-hmm.
while this is all going on down there,
Mm-hmm.
you see
Oh,
something different.
jolly good.
You see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You see a number of bodies shambling forward.
Oh, shambling.
They remind you of the ones in the market.
Oh my god, how many shamblings?
You see
1,
5
2,
shamblings.
Oh dear.
5 shamblings.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And then
Bugger.
stepping out of the shadows, you see someone in this dark emerald green and gold regalia. You see they wear a great helmet that looks like it once had great horns out of it, but both are broken. They're very well resplendently dressed.
Oh.
Is it an undead?
And they're also undead. Skin of their face long.
I think I found a power player.
You see they step forward, they say to your Necro, as you stand at the door, they say to your Necro, take no steps further, we guard this place.
Drillicella steps back, so she's one space further back. So she's outside of the threshold of that room, but can still see into that room, and goes, we mean no harm to the dead of this place, in Necrol.
Give me a deception check.
He's in charge of the dead of this place by, I think, badness.
They certainly have an air of authority and they seem much more cognizant than the rest of them.
Yeah. Okay, so perception.
All good?
23.
Give me an occultism check
Ooh, occultism.
or religion.
Religion. Yeah. 15.
You see in the light the terrible green from these things' eyes and the glowing mist coming out of them. Around their chains and ankles, they all have these same manacles, basically like heavy iron chains connecting them to this place. Not Fey by the look of it. They look undead, but you recognize carved in them very old, nasty spells. You can't identify exactly what they are with the 15 occultism check, but this is some powerful magic that looks to be binding these things.
So they can't move out of their spot, basically.
They look like they won't be able to leave this room.
All of the things, or him, the bad dude?
All of the minor ones have it. The particularly bad dude has like 5 or 6 round chains all around their torso. Give me a spell attack roll, real quick.
Ooh. 26.
With a 26, looking at them, it's clear that a cleric put these here. A cleric probably quite similar to yourself, someone who was really skilled with the undead, harmful sort of thing. These spells are full of hate. Someone very scared and very angry put these spells on these things to keep them deep underground where they are.
Okay.
You don't know exactly.
And I don't think they can leave this room.
No, so your look is that, like, just purely physically, these shamblers, these zombies, aren't going to be able to walk out this door because the chains are too short.
Yeah.
This guy, it's not clear if he can move very far from where he's standing. Or he probably has, like, he probably has about this much motion just around where he is.
She says in Necro, she says, it looks like you are bound here by some powerful hatred. Who hated you that much.
You see, they curse in Necrol and attempt to spit on the ground.
Yeah.
Spit of their mouth and tongue falls down and then slithers away. So they say, they're called themselves the Free Folk. And again, spits again. Says, they vanquished my lord and bound him to below, but he is awakened. At this point, you start hearing some crashing behind you. Can you give me a will save, please?
Oh, with what save?
A will save.
Will. 29.
29.
No, not 29. Ignore me. 19. I'm just
19.
making that up. Sorry. I'm literally just making the numbers up. 19.
Aren't all numbers made up numbers?
No, well, I added the 10 to my 9 and then looked at plus 10 and just added another 10.
Why not?
But I'd already added the 10, so it's 19.
I was going to say 29 is an insanely.
What happened if you used the hero point and roll the second time?
No, that was just Ella level maths. It was like 10 plus 9. Oh, look, it's plus 10. Okay.
You see, this guy looks at you and the green in his eyes begins to get brighter and brighter, and the sounds of the fight below you drain out. Your will is still your own at 19, but you definitely feel like there is something pulling you in here. You lose an action on your turn.
Mm-hmm.
Not that anyone's currently attacking you.
Mm-hmm.
What would you like to do? At this point, the head's fight resolves.
So worried.
You all can join in. Although there's no reason for you to suspend anything.
Would we have heard the necro?
Probably. No. You haven't heard anything.
I would move. So the door to this room, the headroom, is on this wall. Is that right? So I would move to that back corner. Yeah. So just 10 feet. And then just call that. If you guys have finished whatever you are doing in there, there's some really unhappy zombies that are powerfully chained in this next room, but really want us to go in there, probably so that we can also be killed. And apparently their lord was trapped below, but he's awakening. Just as a heads up, bad shit this way. I don't think they're the good undead that we're not allowed to touch. I think these guys are bad undead that we should probably murder.
Upon hearing the word murder, that's probably when Mordred reacts. We're not murdering anyone.
Okay, laying to rest in a more peaceful manner. They are chained with chains of rage and hatred, and they're upset about it. Not that I particularly blame them for that, but if we're going to lay them to rest, it will involve further killing of the undead. Or going a completely different way.
Do you think we can reason with these undead?
Yeah.
If they could speak to you.
Oh, they're chatty, but not desperately happy with life or undeath.
Would you be being chained down here for eternity?
No, but I'm thinking you probably don't want me to offer to release them from their chains either.
No.
Okay.
We can put them out of their misery. We can put them out of their misery.
We could offer that.
Nice
We
big
should find
headshot
out who
right
their
through
lord
the
is.
eyes.
Oh, apparently he's very powerful, was restrained down below, is waking up.
Wow.
So if we go back to the where, can you just show the zombies for a second, please, Galen?
Many of the zombies.
What sort
there's
what sort
lots
of
of them.
range is it? Sort of, if we were to draw a circle around there, what sort of range are we talking?
You could get all of them in a 15-foot cube. 50 foot
Ooh, I like that.
except the big guy. The big you get, if you knock off, you can either get the big guy and like one other, two others in a 15 foot cube.
Can I see what the big guy looks like?
That
Oh, is that just placeholder?
That's more or less placeholder.
Oh, yeah.
Big guy is wearing, again, that big green, almost leaf-designed armor, helmet that once had these huge horns that looked to have both broken off and got gold trimming inlays. It's very prestigious. It looks very much like ceremonial armor more than battle armor.
Yeah.
This looks like an important dude.
Can I make my movement and move up next to Gisela, please?
Yeah, for sure. So Sibylla and Drizella, you head back to the
Yep.
door.
Yeah, I'm going to do the same.
So I would probably move a step to the other side, so that it's tricky.
Mordred,
Yeah, I'll come.
Merida, what about you two?
Let me get out my cross.
Yeah, I'll head up.
Should I take a shot?
You see as you do the lordly looking one looks over and continues to speak in necro, which only
Yep.
Gisela would understand. It says, "There are more of you befoul in this place."
Foul? Hang on, I wouldn't know that.
I would go. Apparently, there are more of us befouling the place. I would shout back in Necrol. Do you want to continue being bound down here, or would you like to be released to pursue your death in a more traditional manner?
You see the twists head looks a little confused and says, "I would have you release us if you would, but you will not send us to our death. Not what our Lord
Release
predicts."
them. Take them down.
And if we released you from your chains,
We would let you leave as a mercy.
Yeah, that's late.
Well-
We couldn't go take on it.
we would be interested in paying our respects to your lord.
Give me a deception check, unless that's true.
Pretty true.
Alright, give me a deception check.
Deception check
I don't know.
with a
Morgan
flail.
doesn't know what's going on.
It's not a
If you
time
did,
for
you would
moralism
be
on
very
free-range
anxious.
zombies.
To be fair, I'm better at deception than diplomacy, so we'll call it deception. Because there's no way these guys are going to... I might be interested in meeting the Demon Lord, but I'm not sure that anybody else is interested in doing anything than murderizing him. Not murderizing him. So, 23 for deception.
23?
That's pretty good.
Damn.
Deception. Or it would be a 19 if it was diplomacy.
You see, they laugh this horrible, evil reverberates. You would face the final decay.
Ooh.
If you would face our Lord, undo our chains, and we shall take you to
Equivalent of insight.
Yeah. Sense motive, I believe, is the action. Some kind
Okay.
of action sheet.
Yeah, sense motive.
Sense motive. Is it a perception?
Yeah.
It is perception. Perception check, please. And that's versus their deception.
Deception DC. Yeah.
So that is 16 plus 8, so 24.
24.
Yeah.
They will look, this isn't a lie. If you undo their chains, they will take you to whatever power they serve. You don't think you even know. You think they certainly intend to kill you at some point.
They intend to kill us at some point anyway. I say, let me ensure that those that are also travelling down here today would not do harm. One moment. And I go, so if we release them from their chains, they'll take us to the master, and then I will use a message to say, probably it's a cantrip, just they intend to kill us if we walk in there. They intend to kill us if at some point if they take us to their lord. I guess it's who we
Sorry,
take.
I actually think I misphrased that. Not so much they intend to kill you, they just assume you'll die.
Okay.
If you
So fine. So I think if we went in there right now, that without releasing them, they would attack us. They seem genuine in that if we release them, they will take us to meet whoever it is that's in charge, which I think is where we're aiming, although they are pretty sure that in doing so we'll all be dead.
And you also know they offer, if you release them, they will just also let you.
Or we could let them go and then they'll let us out. But
So if we release them and then they take us to the guy that's their boss, won't, if we get into a battle with him, won't they all just join in against us?
oh, almost certainly. That's what I would do.
Then wouldn't we be better off just killing them now while they're chained up?
Or we possibly need to kill them at some point. Absolutely.
If they're not harming anyone in here, why don't we just leave them?
Unless we
When
need
do
to
you
go
go
through
past?
there.
When do you go past?
Yeah,
Oh,
but
is
then
there no
the
alternate
boss is
way
probably
past?
the
There's
one
a
chaining them up. He'll probably just.
Well, there's a pathway
Well, yeah,
south.
there is a pathway south. I'll inform that to
Some
everyone
sort
as
of
well.
quicksand.
There's like some kind of mud shit that I don't trust.
I shout out to Necrol, what's down south in here? Or have you never been out of that room?
You see, they say, we were brought down here in death. We awoke from death in this place. No chance of not being able to.
There are different rooms down here. You are missing out. But okay.
There is only one room that concerns me from where I can hear the singing.
I like singing too.
You see, they say, can you hear it?
Can I hear the singing?
Give me a perception check. You see, they say, listen. Listen in the darkness.
Are they still speaking in Necro?
I close my...
They
I close-
start speaking Necro. You see, they transition into common as they say.
Okay. I close my eyes and listen in the dark.
Listen to the beating of your fragile
Yeah.
hearts. Hear it and stop. Hear it in the slow aging of your bones.
Ooh, 17.
16. Either of you.
I was given a help and I got a 10, so I imagine that's hindering.
10 is if you get a 9, it's hindering.
Okay.
10 is fine.
Thank God for my pursuit lead.
27.
And you put your earplugs in. You can't hear anything.
I actually took my earplugs out. That's not the issue. I just rolled a 2 on the dice.
Just far, far away down the tunnels in the corridors. It's definitely not actual sound, but in the corner of your mind you can hear this tune, and you can't quite articulate, you can't quite make out the words, but it sounds so familiar. It reminds you of the kind of noise you hear behind the birdsong when you're on a walk deep in the forest, or when you're camped out late at night listening for something in the distance. It's this strange old song.
Okay.
Give me a will save.
I'm going to use a hero point.
Glad people use the hero.
Was that not a great will save?
I rolled a 2.
Ouch.
I don't think will be something you have proficiency in.
15.
15. Can you give me a attack roll, please?
Use
With
another
your
hero point.
with your melee weapon.
I'm going to use another hero point. 15 plus 8.
23. Yeah. Mordred, does that beat your armor class?
What?
Oh no!
As you see a blank look upon Mary's face as a dagger just into your back, and that is where we'll end.
What?
Bitch.
Maybe I should have kept my first roll. I'm sorry, Morgan.
Oh my
I appreciate
God.
the use of the hero point there.
My God.
Can you hear us?
Can
That's
you
all
hear
tonight.
people
We'll be
sing?
back for more Evergreen next week.
Next
Oh, yeah.
Tuesday.
Yes, and if it works for everyone, we'll have to start moving to Tuesdays
Yep.
as of next week.
I'm good with
Cool.
Tuesdays.
Okay with everyone?
God forbid.
Yeah.
This Tuesday would have been tricky, but next Tuesday's fine.
Yeah.
Got my land tight tomorrow night.
Oh, damn, good luck.
Your what?
Land
Teacher
tight.
test. What's
Yeah.
6 plus 5?
11.
You'll be fine.